So
Yay!
if y'all need anything, tool or weapon wise, just don't wander off.
And
you
fair enough.
Magic bow, magic bow, magic bow, magic bow.
Unfortunately,
we are recording, by the way.
There is no magic.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Hey, bro, your art is good.
Just got why you said that. I was like, okay.
And we
cool.
generally agreed on that beforehand, but no one was recording, so now we're agreeing on it in the present moment so that we can have a recording of your art being very cool.
Yes, Rory, you're incredibly talented, and you should be so proud of the things that you create.
Yes.
And you should.
I'm sure you can ignore Kevin's opinion on a lot.
The fine, that's good for you. I'm so happy for you meme, but that doesn't really translate.
Yeah, that one's kind of baked with sarcasm in it.
All right. Does anybody want to give me a recap from last week? Who isn't Kevin? Because I feel like he might be somewhat ill-equipped for it.
Last week,
listen to the whole session.
Band of adventurers. We went to the nymphs to try to, release some of our emotional baggage. We filled out the wrong form at first, which was rather unfortunate, and had to go to a different swamp because it wasn't ennui that we were trying to get rid of. It was
aimlessness.
Aimlessness. Thank you. So we went to the Slough of Despond from Pilgrim's Progress. We talked to
Slough spelled O-U-G-H because that's one of the many ways you can say O-U-G-H.
Indeed. We spoke with, I don't believe we ever heard her name, but a mud nymph who told me to slap a frog really hard. It was not Escape Frog, unfortunately, but it did take away my sense of direction or lack thereof. It took away my lack of a sense of direction. Yes.
With good vibes.
With good vibes. Literally. And now I am proficient in chillaxing.
Provided you have time to create a good
Provided we have time to create vibes.
Yeah.
We proceeded from there to find a place to reflect, which ended up being a rather deep pool. Lady Tremaine decided to immerse herself in the water and think.
Through a cannonball.
Yeah, through a cannonball that got everyone wet.
Fine.
No, that one was later. That was later.
Sorry, yeah. That's right, that's right.
Tepid, and then it was a cannonball.
Yeah, because she realized she had to go back into the pool.
Her bad feelings led to an attack from a piranha plant from the Super Mario Brothers series. Except it breathed poison and bad vibes.
And was rooted firmly.
Firmly. Lady Tremaine had to practice self-actualization and introspection in order to defeat this monster, which was,
terrifying.
Round of applause. Facing your fear. And then Scott, shot it dead, which felt...
and then Scott shot that bitch.
Afterwards, Lady Tremaine had more thoughts and feelings and came to the conclusion... came to some kind of conclusion.
I'm a little fuzzy on what conclusion she came to as well.
It was the idea that she will never be able to truly understand her treasures because she cannot understand an ending, because she is static in her unchanging nature.
Yeah, she's a paradox.
The eternal nature of change. The normalcy of unique. Anyway,
puns and philosophy for all.
We continued upstream, not stream, current. Because not stream and not Brooke, because Brooke is a bitch.
She babbles so much.
So I've heard,
Yeah.
She babbles, exactly.
It's quite the gossip.
Until finally we encountered, I think it was this crystalline figure. No, was it water within the crystal or crystal within the water?
Water within the crystals.
Water
So-
within
Yes.
the crystal. Or water over the crystal.
Mirroring surface, water over top.
Yeah, so some kind of crystalline mirror figure that was being by water.
Mm-hmm.
Scott leapt into hero mode, went to go help, and then immediately began drowning as this thing like poured water into him and caused him to start spiraling.
There
And
was
thus
the
we
acknowledgement that one of Simon's students, and I remember this because it has something to do with my character. One of Simon's students had left a business card, calling card, literally, with
Right.
Lady Tremaine, who had encountered her at some other juncture in the Feywild, and we put that in our pocket just in case we need to talk to the illusionist who graduated from Simon's tutelage some time ago.
Because the illusionist may have more information about
Who could pull one
root of
over
all of this.
on
Y'all also figured out that Flo was very likely to be Simon's
my
missing
last
seventh
student,
child.
which
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, which
Even to
makes
the
very little
Feywild
sense.
people.
Does not
Yeah.
make
Yep.
any goddamn sense.
Makes
Which
no
is
goddamn
exactly
sense.
the sense that we need it to make. And thus, we return.
We
our
return
main
to
band
Scott in peril.
in peril.
Dun dun dun.
Can I have a little bit of peril? No, it's too perilous.
We're not prepared
And
for
somebody
this.
got it. Monty Python for the win. All right. So where's my art? Here we go. People and places.
Be Burbank.
Oh my.
So Scott, you have gone to what's up?
Art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
really
Scott,
bad.
you went to go help this person, and the bog water has crept over you and has started to fill your lungs and envelop over your face. It's a rather horrifying experience. Can I please get an intellect defense roll? Difficulty 4.
Yeah. I should probably get into the
Roll 20.
It
We'd love to
would
have
be
you
helpful.
yeah. Do.
Boy got
I'm
into NASA,
trained.
but he hasn't gotten into the roll 20.
My folks bought this shirt for an 80s themed party that I attended when I was.
Sorry, it's just there was that moment where I remembered being at actual parties in the 80s.
I went to
Oof.
birthday parties. I was like 2, but I
Yeah.
did attend.
Yeah.
It was
I am
nary a
trained
thought in the 80s, unfortunately.
I know.
I am trained in intellect defense. What is the difficulty of this task?
4.
Power. Okay. Yeah. Let it ride. Ka-chow.
Oh.
No.
No.
Okay.
Alas.
So you feel the mud creeping in closer. It's almost like it's permeating through your skin, and pressing on your heart and your mind. As you do so, you get this feeling of being weighed down. And could you please tell me about a time that Scott felt foolish for trying something that didn't work out? So think about a joke that didn't land, or a flirtatious line that didn't get the response he was looking for, a heroic moment that went awry.
This one accepted.
Yeah, this one doesn't count, does it?
You cannot recall the current moment.
Yeah, I think there was a band of heroes that came through his hometown. As bands of heroes are wont to do, they venture through elven forests to receive mystical blessings. It's sort of the way things go.
Mhm.
and he had approached one of the members of this band, a sort of gruff, grizzled ranger-looking fellow, and had asked to join their party. And the man had just laughed at him. And it wasn't even like a cruel or anything like deliberately malicious. It was just like, oh, you're kidding. This is a joke.
Oh, you're cute.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're cute. And that moment of impotence and like crushing rejection. Not even that it's something that he could strive to achieve. It's that by his nature it was an impassable divide. Is just washing over him.
All right, please roll me a d4.
I love 4-sided dice.
Yes, they're very
I
pointy.
would like to act next, if possible.
2.
2. All right. The humiliation of this memory will cling to you for 2 rounds and hinder everything you do. All right. For everybody else, we will roll some initiative in a moment because I need to see how you guys do against the monster. But you should know that there is an aura of stillness. So within short range of the creature, all speed defense rolls are hindered, and you are working like basically it takes you twice as long to move.
Cool.
Okay.
Did Scott get to short range?
Scott is within short range. Yeah, Scott is like right next to it and got blooged over. Okay, can I get everybody to please roll me some initiative?
Bloobed?
Got
Did you say he
blooged.
got
Yeah,
bloobed?
It's a technical terminology. Okay?
very
Okay,
technical.
Just wanted to be sure that I heard that correctly.
18.
Well, at least you're fast. Yes, that makes sense.
Bob's just getting back in it.
Bob's still doing whatever he was doing last week when he didn't speak for 4 hours.
He said like 2 things.
Okay. Lady Tremaine
That's a
is
7 for Tremaine.
yeah, that makes sense. She's going a little slow. It's cool.
She's made
All
of
right.
stone.
Yeah. Cool. Simon, you're up.
Simon will step into short range, and he will feel that slowing effect, and he raises his hands and casts countermeasures and says, "Simon says, walk around freely," and he ends the aura of stillness.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
All right. I like that. So the water around it's right now when you started in it had this like consistency of like almost like oatmeal, like it was really thick, sort of silty water. But it seems to have cleared somewhat in the area, so you can move a lot more freely. Well done, Simon.
Simon needs Scott to be making as much tracks as he can.
Away from this thing?
I don't know, but I just need you to not be like slogging through plus whatever impairment you just got from your brains. So
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Scott, the other S name.
Cool. So this individual, let's see here. Make sure I can see there. Yeah. Just like faceted silvery individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call out to everyone else. Close your eyes. And I'm gonna try to grab him by the face. It's your golden hour. I'm gonna pull out the flash fungus, and I'm gonna crush it between my hands. And the idea is because this is a mirror-faceted individual, it'll reflect the flash fungus, and she'll shine. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but it's worth a shot.
Oh, that's fun. I like that. Okay.
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 Let me see how well that works. Okay. Can you please roll me a sleight of hand? So that would be a speed check of
Speed task.
yeah. You're just
Hindered.
crushing it. It's not particularly difficult. So you're just trying to like basically smoosh it into the bubble
that's how
that's
you
enveloping
activate
her.
this fire.
Yeah.
Cipher. That's how you activate
Yeah.
it, just smashing
No,
it,
I mean
so.
it's just you're just crushing it and then putting it in, or are you smashing it against them?
Smashing it against them.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's like just like a level 1 task.
Level
Easy.
1 speed task.
Correct.
Hindered, sadly,
Yes.
because of your sadness.
True. Should
As it
be
goes.
fine.
I was going to fix your sadness, but then I found out about the aura, and I thought that the aura would probably be much more bothersome to everybody
Yeah.
in the long run.
Indeed.
Hey!
7!
That's
Big
awesome.
7!
Okay. So as you take your flesh fungus, it crushes against the reflective surface and it pings over and over and over, reflecting in both the bubble of water and on the facets as they angle in against each other. And if you've ever seen the like Beauty and the Beast at the end when the prince is being turned into a prince from the beast, you have all those bits coming. It looks like that.
Ah.
He looks better as the Beast. I'll say it, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Now we know a thing
Lauren,
about you,
thank you.
Lauren.
Oh,
We know a
goodness
thing about
gracious.
you.
Your input is very appreciated.
Weird
Thanks.
chin.
All right.
I think you're right. I think you're valid.
Does.
I validate
What
you.
level was your flash
Thank you.
fungus?
I appreciate it.
I didn't get a level for the cipher when I received
Oh,
it. I got
sorry.
it
Can you
from
roll me a
Metamorphosis
d6 then?
Lady. Sure. I love 6-sided dice.
Mhm.
Did you
You're a
not
big
also
fan of
love
these,
four-sided dice? You just have
I can
dice
love
in
2
general.
things.
Yes. Or 7
Just
things.
loves dice.
All right. Oh, very nice. Okay. And for this fantastical maneuver, I would like you to please roll me a d4.
This fantastical maneuver.
Fantastically.
Tree.
All right.
Three.
This does 15 points of damage.
Jesus
Woo!
Christ.
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
And take an XP for the creativity. I like it.
Wow.
Rightio. So, now you've got this mirrored creature. You realize that this is probably another nymph. She looks to be somewhat feminine, although definitely caked in more baked mud than you would expect. All right, moving along. It is the mud's turn. Yay, mud. It's not doing as well as it once was.
This-
Weird.
Wonder how that happened.
Can't imagine why. Yeah.
Cool. Lauren, can you roll me a d4, please? Sorry,
Sure
yeah,
can.
d4.
Oop. It's a 2.
Simon goes to Scott. Have you had that in your
Wonderful,
pocket the
Simon!
whole
It's
time?
coming after you.
Oh, good. What if you fell down? But imagine had you fallen.
I'm not you, Grandpa. I don't just fall randomly.
Lucky
All right.
whippersnapper.
Got a very low center of gravity down here. Falling isn't in my wheelhouse.
Right. Okay. Can I get a level 4 might defense, please, Simon?
Might defense.
Might
Oh,
defense?
I guess so.
You're good. You're good at that, right, wizard?
Yeah. I might be.
That might be.
Put a little effort in. Don't have any assets. Yay!
There
Woo!
Now
All right. So you feel the mud starting to splatter over you, and it's starting to try to spread, and you're just like, nope. And you brush it off. Okay, that would be the Mud's turn. Cool. Let's go to, I believe it was Lady Tremaine next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tremaine and Bob are both after the monster.
Okay.
Bob's after everybody. Bob
Yep.
rolled in the
Well,
negatives.
again, you two go together. There is no individual initiative. There's just better than the monster, worse than the monster.
Yeah,
So you can act in
exactly.
concert.
Okay. So, begrudgingly, Lady Tremaine, she's gonna get within short range of the mud creature if she's not already there, which I'm pretty sure she is. But begrudgingly, she's going to think about the defining part of herself and the fact that she is stone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she's going to try to access a bit of her magic. She's not been able to. And so she, instead of imagining it as she normally would, as like, what's something that could be, and drawing power from that, she's going to draw power from something that's already there. And she is going to release a concussive blast to strike the creature, the mud creature, right in front of her.
Okay. All right. So there's no roll. It just happens? Yes? Fabulous. Yep. All right. So with this concussive force, have you ever seen those like cartoons where they get the speaker and it like blasts and, you know, the cartoon characters like clothes come off and then their skin comes off and then it's a bone, that sort of thing?
That's fully what happens for sure.
Everything just like, and all of the mud is sprayed out behind this lovely creature.
Could you always do that?
You know, actually, no, I've never done that before in my life.
Well, it's good to note that you can for future reference.
Yes, I agree.
I feel bad for Lauren every time she tries to say the first thing as a character in the next session.
Scrolling through a Rolodex of accents, trying to find the right one.
No, it just won't budge. The first time it's like, oh, now I've heard it. That wasn't the one I meant. I meant a slightly different one.
Cool. Boblovich, there's a bunch of mud. It appears to be kind of like pooling back together.
You said we saw a creature. I don't see a creature.
Oh. Give me a second. But while I am looking for the art, Bob, what would you like to do? There is some reconvening mud on the surface of the water.
Can the mud understand words?
Unlikely. It's mud.
Unlikely.
It's still mud.
Unlikely, it's mud.
Bob is going to look out over his friends as they're very much well equipped for handling things like this and tell a story of this one time. You know, there was this one time when I was still a young goblin before I had become a more civilized individual, where my younger siblings and I would occasionally romp in the mud. Now, one thing that I learned from that, he basically goes on this about 6-second long rant using the anecdote ability.
Thank you.
Yes, you can lift the spirits of a group of creatures to help them bond together. Long story short, for the next hour, everybody who listened to Bob's wonderful old man rant will be trained in a skill. It cannot be an attack or defense action, but I would like to give everybody the training in staying clean.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, his story basically amounts to how to stay less dirty than your friends when you're romping in the mud. Because
so even when he was young,
so
yeah, got it.
Didn't see that. I thought this was going to be a story about the whimsy of childhood, and now we have a story about general cleanliness habits. Thanks, Bob.
Never doubt the power of hygiene, Simon.
All right.
You know, you're more drow than goblin, I swear.
All right, Simon and Scott, who's going next?
Thank you for pointing that out. Cliff sent me a message. Action to initiate. It does take 1 minute to complete, so it will be a minute before
It's
that.
a
Actually,
long story.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Just
We
every
needed
round.
some soap, and
He's
it's
got nothing else to do in this fight, so he will be rambling on this entire fight.
love it.
So I create a big bath towel inspired by the beginning of out of Dreamcraft. And I make a large bath towel, and I go to throw it over the mud to attempt to absorb it up. I really don't have a lot of combat abilities.
You have one combat guy, and he doesn't know how to fight mud.
I have one thing that can be useful in combat, and it is only if people can hear my words. So this is all I
Please
got.
describe how you manifest this towel.
I think it's the classic, like he just reaches into his pocket and pulls out not a bunch of scarves, but a towel that keeps getting bigger and bigger. Eventually, he has like a massive fluffy beach towel, and he's like, "I didn't think I had it in me, do you?" And he throws it over
Lyriel
top.
has been on your thoughts. You're thinking of her like magician tricks, and you're just
Yeah,
like, "Oh
yeah.
wait, I know." Okay. So as you cast beach towel, it's an area of effect spell, it would seem.
Yeah.
Well, I create a dream object of any shape I can imagine that is my size or smaller.
Yeah.
It takes an apparent substance and heft. The object's crew can have no moving parts. Okay, the dream object has the approximate mass of a real object. If you choose, it's as strong as iron, but you do not remain within long range. They function for only 1 minute before fading away. But it's as real as can be whilst I am within long range of it.
All right. So it does absorb a decent amount of the mud. I would roll me a d4.
I would tell Scott, if this doesn't fix it, you can hit it. 4.
All right. So that's going to absorb half of the monster. It is now half the size. Well done, Scott.
Okay, first order of business. Crystal Nymph Lady, is she okay?
She appears to be coughing up more of the mud, and she looks like people in places. Here we go.
He looks like this Redux.
Relux? What?
No,
He's
Redux. No, that's halitosis.
Oh, my bad.
Off.
Cool.
Can't wait to find out what she knows about reflection.
Right?
Since she's not,
Fuck.
it looks like she's getting better.
Yes.
Scott's gonna turn, look past the beach towel to Simon.
Hi.
He said, "Any fireball you could walk away from is a good one, right?" His hands start to shake. Little bead of fire forms. Fireball!
Simon pulls a wet, muddy towel up over his face. Like,
Bob's still telling his story, very cautiously walks behind Simon as he holds the towel up.
All right.
I'll go ahead and apply. Let's see. 3 points of damage on all affected targets. Okay, so I make an attack.
Yep.
I think using intellect. What's the difficulty?
4.
4.
4. Let's see here. Gotta do fireball. 3 damage.
Here's you can put.
No, that
additional
was
effort
that.
in.
I put it in weapons, not shit. Fuck.
You didn't put it in shit?
This is
Or
all.
fuck.
It's all coming down around me.
The cyber mechanics
Collapse.
crashing like a controlled implosion.
All he did was cast fireball.
Yes.
Here we
Which
go.
TM
Fireball.
he can't, so it's fire bloom.
Difficulty 4. I apply 1 level of effort to the roll. And a level of effort to the damage. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Success.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, could you please tell me what your fireball looks like as it goes to bake the remaining mud into clay?
Yeah, so he's like breathing deeply. He's like, I've seen this shit before. Can't be that hard. Little bead of fire's forming between this little gap in his palms, and then to the point, and it's just like blooms out like a big blossom of like a flowering blossom of fire, and it just this like sloshing mud that's like arcing up and down just starts to crust a bit.
Hot stuff, kid. I like it.
Yeah, so fucking cool. I walked away from it. I didn't blow myself up. Let's go.
All right. The nymph looks at you. Thank you. What are you doing here?
And so that is where the importance of remaining out of the mud is relevant to our situation. It appears to be dead. Very good work.
Just hanging out with my buddy Boblovich.
You're the
Oh,
the
what?
nymph-
Wait a minute. No, we are here for some reason.
you're
I
the
was
nymph of
distracted.
Reflection, right?
I am.
Hmm.
What are you
Uh,
seeking here?
Not me. Looks over at Lady Tremaine.
So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeking.
You're unsure what you're supposed to be seeking. But you come here anyway. This is very
Yes.
peculiar. Why have you come? Come.
Okay, Bob, it's not you, man. I can see it on your face.
God damn it.
I was thinking perhaps this was it.
No.
And I was finally succumbing.
Simon's just like, you're good. You're good. I don't know what we're doing here, but we're good.
Thank you.
We have come because my realm is in danger. And I would really like to not... I'd really like to have it back. And I'd like to not be stone. Where I have to reflect on things.
Do you not like reflections? And it seems like you could use a lot of self-reflection in the most positive way.
Oh no, I don't need that.
Look, we just had to fight a mud monster and a very confusingly angry plant because you refused to look at yourself. I don't know what's up the road, but could you take the advice of the mirror-covered lady and figure out how to do this properly before we all get killed? Big sighing rock woman.
Yeah, we can't see the eyes because no
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
It's just
No, it's
just
expression.
pause and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, it's just it's the body language for sure. Okay. So, like, How do I do this?
Come towards me, and look at yourself from multiple perspectives. Perspectives. And she stands tall. She's got her arms out. And as you walk towards her, it seems like a weird trick of the light. She does seem to be getting bigger.
Okay. Tremaine's gonna just keep walking.
As you do, it's like you've entered into one of those little closets in one of the mirrored fun houses. It's one of those, it's a little disorienting as you get closer, and she gets bigger, and she gets taller, but not any closer. It's very strange. And you see yourself from every possible angle, up, down, the side, underneath, over top. And yeah, you look and you're like, wow, even in stone, I look really damn good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's admiring her butt. For sure.
Now think of what you've learned so far in this pond.
Tremaine thinks about her realization with the after some. She willingly gets lost in thoughts for like a couple minutes, and then she kind of finds her way back. But she'll think about what she learned with realizing that she is a static person. Like, she will never fully understand what it is that her treasures know or have experienced. And I think that she's also going to think about her husband and the hot and cold of their relationship, and how it seems to be a vital part of the realm, and how that seems to be something that someone has decided to mess around with in order to try and mess around with her realm in general. And then she thinks about all of that, and she thinks about how she's lost her magic, but actually she hasn't really. It's just seemed to have taken a different form. So she's just gonna have to learn that. And then it's a whole lot of uncomfortable reflection for like 2.5 minutes of her just really just. She's like, I don't want a monster to come out of you and hurt my new friends. And I also don't want to cause an interplanar war because I didn't bring a child back when I should have. So, and she just starts thinking about all of that.
So you've always considered your realm to be one of revelry and joy and possibility. And that's because you rule from above. This is your home. This is the place that you belong. And as you stop and you think about how other people might view it, other perspectives that might be taken about your realm, you think about what your husband, lover, situationship partner told you when you last left about how your passion was the driver of the realm. And you think perhaps you know what you use this for. It's for building potential. This is power that gets put back into the planes, into the universe, into holding up the Fey realm itself. But talking to people like Boblovich and Simon and Scott, you realize that not everybody views power and potential in the same way. And you wonder if somebody was trying to power something else, if they were able to take the potential that you harvest, that you grow, that you cultivate, and put that power towards something else, that could be rather potent. That could be rather dangerous.
Sounds like stealing, and she's not a fan of that.
It does sound like theft, doesn't it?
Except when it benefits me.
Yeah, the only person who can steal in this realm is me.
And I mean, you generally give it back. a little different.
Yeah, the children go
borrowing.
back.
Yeah.
You
The
only steal
children are
temporarily.
returned.
But yeah, you consider that if somebody was to perceive your realm through a different lens, that might be something where they see an engine or a fuel source, not a realm or a home.
You're all right there, lady. You're actually standing still, which either you've died or some mental change has come upon you. Didn't you notice, Bob? She's always shifting from one foot to the other, just like habitually.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Always moving.
The renowned silence is also rather unusual. Usually she's got a
Yeah,
lot to say. Yes.
Yes.
If you had a really big power source, what would you use it for?
Simon just looks at Bob. It's like he's gonna have a fucking answer.
Well, there are a number of potential uses for a power source. It really depends on the type of power source and the goals of the wielder of the power source.
Arcane power, Bob. Arcane power.
Arcane
Power
power.
to-
You see, that narrows it down. You see, if it were call power, we might use it for siege engines. However, arcane power could be used for all manner of things, to power great devices, artifacts, in a more wide arcing term use, I would say, to gain more power is always what you most use power for.
It's your kind of power. Now that Bob has bought me a couple of seconds to actually think about it, you could unwind reality.
But that would be bad, I believe.
Yes. No argument there.
You know,
That could be
Bobovich,
bad.
I think
Really?
we finally found common ground.
It's been a long walk, but we finally got there.
Yes, unwinding reality bad. The cornerstone of this party.
The I believe at the end of it really sells it too.
Oh my god.
You
Okay.
have to remember, Bob is not magical in any way.
Yeah.
It's
So
magical in the most important way.
He knows
Yeah,
how to
in
kill
our
people
hearts.
really well.
In our hearts. In our hearts. Jesus.
yeah.
In our hearts.
I'm careful. We pull a dagger in there, you know. That's it's in his job descriptions. All
It's
right.
not his fault they made it so squishy.
Jesus.
In my experience, the desire for power becomes from a great deal of fear and want. Of being bereft of something, of having a feeling of loss or things you cannot achieve. I don't actually believe in evil, despite that word getting thrown around a lot in my profession. Not really my cup of tea.
I would
You don't
tend to
believe in
agree.
evil?
Hmm?
You don't believe in evil?
No. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to be a motherfucker. That's just weird.
You'd be
Well, I mean, like-
surprised.
No, they say, I'm going to get what I deserve. Or, I am going to get this no matter what. Now, no matter what, that is a dangerous phrase. Leads you all kinds of horrible places. But that doesn't make you evil. Makes you short-sighted, fearful, small-minded, ignorant. Worse insults than evil, my estimation.
My 140 years, give or take, of being a butler for the house of Jainra in Enzobaranzan, I can tell you three things. Power, the desires for more power, fear, greed, and ambition. In equal measure. Fear that one will
Ambition
become more...
just greed, but again,
No, because greed is possessions. Ambition is worth. It's different. You
that
see,
doesn't make any sense. What's the difference between worth and possessions? You mean like worth as a person?
Yes, yes. One can have a kingdom built of gold, but if the rest of the kingdoms think that your kingdom is shite, then it doesn't matter how much gold you have.
They won't
You must be
trade.
Nobody wants
respected.
shitty gold.
He must respect you. They must know that you are a force to be reckoned with. This is the ambition.
Yes, but ambition is just fear re-propositioned. And surely you could see that after all of your years, that if you are truly happy with the way that you were doing things for the sake of the things that you were doing, you wouldn't compare yourself to some other kingdom. You wouldn't give a rat's ass.
Correct.
Well,
that is why I have also mentioned fear, because from all of the greed and ambition, it stems from the fear that you will be lesser than others.
But that assumes that you're totally self-sufficient.
Well, no, you are totally self-reflective, not self-sufficient.
Well, but respect
Oh, thank
and
God.
social standing is important, even if you don't fear the lack of it, because that's how you exist around other people. Like, if you don't have any social standing, you may not care, but you may suffer for it.
It's possible, yes. But generally, one does not gain the actual respect of other people by victimizing them or putting them under your thumb. I'm quite well respected. It's not because of things I've taken from people.
So
It's
how
because
does
of the
this
time and
help
effort
us?
I've given. Who is the least? In order to desire something that's what's the word? Cataclysmically bad, you must have a cataclysmically large fear of something, or a
Or be
cataclysmically large amount of
cataclysmically
greed,
ignorant.
or ambitious. Someone who wants to be remembered again because
Yes.
they are afraid of not being remembered.
Maybe halitosis?
Relax.
Halifax.
Acid
I do
reflux.
believe you need to have your brain matter checked. It is a 5-letter word.
XP! XP for that! That was so good! I need to remember that one
Thank
as a
you.
teacher. I like it.
I feel like I said that last session and you're just echoing me. Or I'm gaslighting myself.
No, I am 100% stealing that from Greg. He
Yeah,
did
okay.
say it's a 5-letter word, everyone.
Oh, I like
there,
it.
so
You
I
need to
couldn't
get
make
your
the joke in
brain
the
matter.
moment.
I like that you need to get your brain matter checked.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was a 5-letter word.
Simon does the guy online who does a simple thing and like he just Simon does that in Bob's direction. It's just like...
It was a joke, Simon. Bob.
Sorry, it's been a rough
It's
go
funnier
on
as
it.
halitosis anyway.
It's difficult to figure out what level of intellectual chicanery is going on around here.
Simon.
I'll try not to be offended by that anyway.
Not you, just the general milieu.
The nymph is going to come forward. Did you find what you were looking for?
I didn't
No,
even
we
know
don't.
what I was looking for, but I guess I found it.
We found a clue, ma'am. Lady Tremaine, you have found a clue as to what goal whoever has done this may be aspiring towards. Stealing your power or destroying your power. One of those two things.
Has your realm been overwhelmed?
That's bothersome. I need to step back for a moment.
Madam, I do not know.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Define overwhelm.
Overtaken or covered or taken control taken away? It's something that we are suffering from here.
Yes, I have a question. Did someone come here to reflect upon a way to change the nature of these realms?
It has
You're
been
forgetting
some.
Faye client confidentiality.
Sorry,
We
Simon,
need
you
to
can't
stop
ask
that,
too hard
Scott,
of the deal.
It has been a long time. But they did come and they were thinking on the types of bonds that exist within the realms. It polluted the place and we haven't recovered ever since.
Who was that? Because every time I've asked the question up until now, I've gotten a really blank stare.
Jo is having her notes in the wrong place. There we go. He viewed himself in many, many ways. But they were cloaked to him, and that seems to be the name that he adhered to the most. Would you like to see him?
Oh, yeah, that would maybe clear it up. Sure.
Most preferably,
Yes.
And she's going to try to show you a reflection. It's shattered and it's fogged. It's something, the image is definitely obscured. But Simon, there is no mistaking. Ebonspell the Cloaked.
Oh, yeah, well.
Dire-looking fellow. I think it's rather hard to make out with all the breaks and cracks.
Scott just kind of gestures at it, and like the darkness and the like, you can see like the vibes coming off of him, like stink lines. And you're telling you don't believe in evil, and you're looking at that.
I spent
Please,
7
this
years
young-
with him.
You did what?
Young man, I live in Menzo Baranzan. If this is evil, everybody there's a fucking menace.
About that. Wait, you live? Because I don't think Scott necessarily recognizes who this is. Just
No, I don't think you would.
No.
He's like, you lived with him?
Yes, that's Ebonspell the Cloaked.
Can't say I've heard of the name. Is this some important figurehead from above?
He's a wizard, and apparently a very accomplished one at this point. I don't know exactly what went wrong. I take whatever responsibility a wizard teacher should take for him. I don't deny him that I gave him my tutelage. I did know that he discovered. I discovered him well after a childhood full of pain and abuse, not treated kindly in the 15 years before he arrived. But I never really got into a place where he could forgive anything that had happened to him. I showed him, as you can imagine, whimsy, illusion, amusement, or self-defense.
What was his skill? His weird thing?
He's a master of dark elemental magic. He could also summon storms, could swallow the sun. I gave him the foundation to do all of these things.
Pardon me. I've never seen the sun, but I am under the impression it's a quite large structure.
It was not
She's very friendly,
permanently
too.
swallowed. Of course.
How alarming. You've instructed this boy to do such a thing.
Not to do such a thing, no. He far exceeded any of my
Just
talents
how-
in terms of
how
chaos.
to do those things.
Well, how to not die while you are attempting to learn how to do such things, yes. That's generally how wizarding works. You must understand, every student that I have in the last year or two of their tutelage could easily have slain me. They are much more magically focused and talented in their specializations than I am. I'm more of a generalist. Except in the area of teaching people magic, in which case I am the certifiable expert.
Simon,
But
take an XP
sometimes-
because you flattered the teacher.
Not my
Flattery
intention.
gets you XP. Hold on.
Wait,
Gotta do the right kind of flattery. Gotta be clever. That's why I like puns.
Your character sheet. Because sometimes you just don't have the right words to teach someone that they're wrong. I mean, look how hard it is for Tremaine to just sit down and look at herself. She has to be willing to do it.
So Scott, oh no, sorry, it's not Scott. The other S name, Simon. You know that this was self-reflection was something he struggled with. It was a point of contention in his tutelage and his training. He had a very difficult time taking feedback and working with it. Seeing how things reacted here in the Feywild, you get the impression that he was trying to force the issue, take a shortcut. Essentially, he was trying to get the benefits of self-reflection without actually doing the work. And you think that's what probably manifested in the mud. That's why the that sense of weight and depression was infused within it.
Is it similar to the sense of like weight and depression in the first room where everything was being taxed away?
Yep. It's exactly like that.
So we are dealing, if I had to guess, as his mentor, we are dealing with an individual who has a very large empty hole. I don't even know if he wants to win or take anything over. I just think he wants to make the bad feeling go away. But he wants to do it by harnessing this power, stealing, if you will, from this realm. But holes in the soul don't fill up without plugging them. I'm struggling with words here. He's pouring into a bottomless pit of despair.
If he continues doing this, there will be no potential left.
I think you're correct. Your husband suspects your boyfriend, your paramour, fuckface.
Fuckface.
Fuckface, yes.
Yes, fuckface.
He said as much when we left. I don't know how to find him.
I mean, we could probably just keep following the current. Because all of the energy is going somewhere. It's going towards this pit, and I imagine.
Yes, I do see one.
Do you happen to
other
know his
small
true
problem.
name?
It's been lost in the obscurity.
Would I still know his true name?
I don't know that you ever knew his true name. Is that something you learned from your students?
Usually they come to me with their, well, not their true name. They come to me with a name and they leave with a wizard name.
Yeah. You would know the name he came to you with.
I will be honest with you. I think you are correct in that if we follow the current, we will follow the pull of this energy. But I don't know how to protect all of us from being caught in that current, which I can only imagine gets quite a bit stronger as we get closer to the source. Above table, I don't know if that's a correct assumption.
Yeah, that makes sense with what you've seen so far.
I have a theory. This could be completely bonkers. Everything here is. But this man seems to be siphoning the power of potential. Is this correct? Would it not be feasible, then, that we would be immune to his embrace if we were to achieve our potential and surpass the state of such a being? To come to the end, so to speak, so that we are no longer potential, but we have reached our final goal. And then we would be immune and able to defeat him. Once again, I'm sorry for the preposterous theory, but it is the only thing I could think of.
I like it.
It's an interesting idea. It's just...
If
I would
we
need
had-
to become a true hero. Simon over here would need to either teach Flo or...
No.
pick something else to do
Retire.
with his life. Retire.
And you would have to be not a servant, just a person. I do have an outside concern, and I think it might be aided by the fact that Lady Tremaine is with us. When we achieve our potential, we very much do not belong anywhere here. I think the only way to anchor us here is for Lady Tremaine to
Well, we're not in the realm
give
of
us a-
potential anymore. We're in the gates of hospitality.
You're not in the gates of hospitality yet. You're heading
Well,
towards it. Yeah.
we're in transit right now.
Yeah.
So
Still
I
within her realm, though. Like,
are we in between? Are we in one realm, in the other?
Where are we?
Dear GM. Dear Game
dear
Master.
GM, where are
Where
we?
are
Because I
we?
thought we were actually in the realm of potential, just like on the outskirts of it.
No, you left the realm of potential. You are currently in the mists of reflection.
Oh yeah,
The misted mangroves of reflection is its full title.
Yeah,
the
because we
octopus
passed the
dude.
port.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
We passed the port.
Yeah, we passed the port.
We passed many ports. Very
Yeah.
many ports.
Yeah, and
We
now
passed
we
the
have to.
Ports.
So okay, but so presumably anyone is welcome at the gates of hospitality.
Yes.
Okay, scratch that. I'm less worried than I was 30 seconds ago. I had a magic thought pop into my head from on high.
Well, that's fair.
Call that delusions where I come from, but I'm glad you're happy.
You're not a fucking wizard, are you?
you would call the inspiration of the Spider Queen a delusion?
I am not religious. I just do the dishes.
Somebody put that in the quotes. Yeah, Laura.
That's outstanding. I love that.
That's like a little poem. I like that.
It really is. Okay.
If you can find a way to make that come back in game in a way that works, I will give you an XP for that.
I'll keep it in
Anyway.
mind.
Okay, let's say, or for whatever reason, we're able to achieve our true potential and achieve self-actualization, whatever. There's still the question of what we're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Are we going to solve his issues? Are we going to shoot him in the face?
I'm in
feel
favor
like-
of the latter.
Yeah, I know
Me
you
too.
would be, but I feel like the shooting in the face of Ebenspell is going to confirm a lot of things that he thinks poorly about the world. Working counter
well,
to our...
That's
won't-
true, but he would also be
Care.
very much dead.
Yes,
So-
exactly. Once again, Scott, our opinions align.
Can't have a bottomless pit of despair if you don't feel anything. But I also recognize that he was your student. So if you think we can fix him,
No, you can't fix people.
well, then
I
what do you
can't-
want?
I can't make Bob not be a servant,
Mhm.
right? I
I
can't
agree.
turn you into a hero.
Well,
But
could help. But regardless.
but you got to do that for yourself.
Right, so how do we can't make him do it for himself, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to suck the fun out of the world. Almost
Going to cause
literally.
A cataclysmic event that will no doubt unleash all sorts of mayhem upon various realms. Yes.
Just don't
I
feel
don't-
like shoot. Go ahead, Lady Tremaine.
I don't think this Eben spell has reached his true potential. You taught him, yes. You taught him magic, but potential is. There are different types of potential. As I said, no child who comes into my realm finds potential the same way. It's they're all different. No two childs are alike. So yes, you did teach him, but he still is empty. There's a hole there. That means he hasn't reached his true potential. If you think
And
of it
if he
kind
can
of
do this, I would argue he has a great deal of potential.
Well, yes,
I think that's
certainly.
what Tremaine is saying. He has potential. He has not realized it.
It's like
The problem, the realization of his potential might mean the destruction of our world. Like, that might be the actualization.
Well, I would
Could
dare
be.
say that you're dictating what could be a foreseen destiny, not a potential. His potential could be to unlock powers or change.
I mean, he has the
as a person.
potential. He has the potential to do a lot of things. But the realization of that potential, the end state, the destiny, could be very bad. It could also be very good, but it's not looking really good.
He turns to Lady Tremaine and says, I am not afraid of Evanspell. And I think that if you were to take him as one of your treasures, that you could find his actual potential somewhere in there in a way that I never could. If we can get you in front of him, I may be able to convince him of that. And if I die in the interim, well, potential reached.
I have a lot of feelings about this Eben spell. Taking the power from my realm, draining it, robbing the world and other planes of its greatness. But I do like the idea of a challenge.
So we're not killing him then?
No, I think we get in front of him. I think we make him realize things. I've never done it with someone who's so old.
Scott's
How
standing
old?
behind Lady Tremaine, and he's got his bow out, and he's like, Plan B.
Plan B.
Shoot him in the face. He was after something called the Cursed Horn of Maya. I don't know if he found that or not.
A loose
What did it
end.
do?
That's... Yes. What does it do? This Horn of Maya?
It is a focus for dark magics. It is an amplifier. I tend not to read long treatises of books that talk to you in your mind any longer than I have to, and it was one of those.
What is dark elemental magic like about? Is it like this despair hole? Is it like emptiness?
Yes, in a way. It is the negative pole of many of the other things that you might perceive.
Because when I hear horn, I think of a cornucopia, which is a horn of plenty. And this sounds like it's the opposite. Horn of consumption or absence or what have you.
What is the opposite of the Feywild?
Is that a question?
Yes, I truly do not know.
Oh,
I've never
it's called
thought
the
about it before.
Shadowfell. It's like
You've never been to the Shadowfell in all your infinite. Of course you wouldn't.
Of course not. Why would she leave?
Exactly.
I don't even think she could probably exist there.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. He looks at Bob. He goes, "Your queen. Did she know something of the Shadowfell?"
Not to my knowledge. My mistress was powerful in the Underdark. clearly, but the two things are different. You see, despite what some surfacers would like to believe, the Underdark is not the Shadowfell and not vice versa. They are actually not even remotely close. It's not like they're stacked on top of each other or anything, just because they're both dark places. I've read into the Shadowfell myself, but not much more than any book you may have studied, Master Wizard.
When he says they're not stacked on top of one another, Simon just raises the same suspicious eyebrow that he raises whenever anyone is certain of anything in the Feywild whatsoever, and waits for this to percolate. I genuinely, above table, don't know if they're actually stacked upon one another, but Simon's like, you said that so confidently. I feel like that's misplaced confidence.
Okay.
There are certainly ways to access the Shadowfell, and I'm sure that many drow of Menzelbranson have certainly done the feat. To my knowledge, my lady is not among them.
Would Lorraine have tried it as a hiding place? If he thought this place was completely under threat.
Hope not.
He's very clever if he did.
With a kid?
There are points where the Shadowfell and the Fae meet. And you know that the access to the material plane right now is being more and more restricted. But you do not know how things go to other realms, and the Shadowfell would be the easiest to access besides the material plane.
Okay. We should go to this Shadowfell place. We might be able to find some things there. I don't.
In all of the discussion, I apologize, but I seem to have misplaced the reason as to why we would go to the Shadowfell.
One of her treasures is missing.
Yeah. With Lorraine.
With Lorraine.
For servants? Something like that.
And so we believe that the Shadowfell may be their hiding location.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I'm also concerned that if she were to get in front of Ebonspell, that the room for it does not sound like you can take many treasures one time, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
So we can't just invite Ebonspell along for the ride if that place is taken. We need to get, what is it, Sweet Pea or whatever the heck you call it?
Lily.
Lily. We need to get Lily
Or back. And then you could take Ebonspell under your wing?
Lady Tremaine, I'm curious. Once you have relinquished a treasure, and they have reached adulthood, do you still know them? You recognize them? If you saw them?
I did not recognize Flo.
You knew Flo was hidden, though.
Until she retained the appropriate age.
Yes, I would.
I see. I'm simply trying to rule out that Ebonspell may have at one point been a treasure himself. But you did not recognize him, so that is it.
My treasures normally can't come back to the Feywild.
Well, nothing is normal right now, Lady Tremaine.
Oh, I said that, didn't I? Normal. Ugh.
Lady Tremaine, they can come back to the Feywild, they just can't stay. Like, they don't become... They can't, like, go to the realm and then leave it eternally. Like, the Flo is the exception to the rule on that one. So they can come back and visit, they can come back and, like, partake in it. You have had your treasures come and see you on occasion,
Okay.
But it's
I misunderstood
they're-
that then.
Yeah, that's all right. They are to like bring their potential to the material plane. That's
Yeah. Okay.
That's how that one works.
Okay, yeah. She will explain that.
But you would have recognized him, and you, even in the fractured way that we see, you do not.
I've never seen this man before in my life.
Lady Tremaine.
Yes?
You tried to reach out to Lorraine and he was in danger,
Yes.
in pain. What kind of pain?
I don't know if he was in pain, but I was in pain when I attempted to reach him.
Like, what kind of pain?
Like this, and she's just gonna punch you in the
Oh! No.
I have the,
Well done.
I have the fragile ability. That's the part of being an elf.
Oh! I'm so sorry. Did I hit too? Are you okay?
Come on, boy. It couldn't have been that strong of a hit. Toughen up a bit, or you'll never be a hero.
That is really mean, Boblovich. Your words. Very sharp.
That's a good idea, though, Bob. And she's gonna turn around and punch him in the arm.
Oh my god, what is this teenage boy logic?
Bob is craven. So as the punch hits him, he yelps loudly like a little dog and then runs behind Simon.
For the record, I'm not trying to be a hero.
I'm a butler. I didn't want to be a hero. I wanted to serve my mistress until I died. Ow.
Well, there's a problem.
See? Fudgesicle.
Sorry, I don't really know my own strength. I did not realize how strong this body was.
So it wasn't like a cold pain. It wasn't like a sad pain. It was like you got decked in the arm pain.
Yeah, but it was in the stomach.
Oh.
Thank
Kinda.
God you did punch him there.
Yes,
Some
I
are
actually
bleeding
did
from
think
stitch.
about it and thought that would be a bad idea.
All we've had to eat is whatever came out of Simon's bag. I don't want to see it again.
My bag?
No, what we ate.
Oh,
Yes,
I
that's all
get
we've
now.
had to eat.
I thought that was a rejection of my little bag. That's first.
No, your
that would be
little
the
bag is-
first.
Oh, wonderful.
No, the food was quite delicious. I just don't want to have it again, you see.
In reverse. I get it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
yes.
Makes sense.
Okay.
We
Can
should
you
get
try
moving.
to reach out to him again and see if you can say if he's in, because we don't want to go to the Shadowfell if he's not there, right? That would be really
Well,
bad.
and I think
Yes.
I don't know. I think you're right. I don't know if I can exist within the Shadowfell. Technically, the only people who would be able to do that would be one of my treasures. If I were to ever, if there was ever a time in which potential touched the Shadowfell, it would be through one of my treasures.
But you're not potential right now. You're a big. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Rock lady.
A very shapely pile of rocks.
I swear,
I am
no
very
one was
shapely
checking
too.
you out.
She kind of like strikes a little pose.
Look at them boulders.
She's got huge.
Okay.
Lady Tremaine, you do have the impression because you were able to get to, punch through into the material plane. You do get the impression that things are nicely contained at the moment. You couldn't stay in the Shadowfell,
Mm-hmm.
but you probably could go there for a temporary amount of time.
Okay. Then she's gonna try and reach out to Lorraine again.
All right. Give me a level 7 intellect check.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Can I assist?
You can.
Okay.
Just a little extra plane and dip. No problem, dear.
Right!
Yay!
Just
Nice.
enough Lauren strikes again.
Yeah! It's my dog.
Jeez.
All right. So, how do you reach out to Lorraine this time?
I mean, last time she used how she normally probably would have done it, which is her power. But I think that this time, I think she is imagining a thread that connects the two of them together. And I think that she's trying to pull the thread closer to her to try and see what's on the other end of it.
All right. You feel that connection to Lorraine. And you feel it get tighter and tighter. Kind of like when you're spooling a kite.
Mm-hmm.
And as it grows taut, you follow the thread. And you feel that same grunt of pain. You feel that thing that makes you want to throw up. You feel that
Yeah.
that really like sense of wrongness. But having had this discussion, you do know that that is your pain. That is not Lorraine's pain. Lorraine is indeed in the Shadowfell. And it is the opposite of your realm. It is the opposite of where you are, which is why it pains you so much when you reach out
It's
to
much
them.
yeah.
It's nauseating. It's wrong in every sense that you have. It's uncreation.
She doubles over this time, but she doesn't fall. She stays upright. Or she stays on 2 feet. And she goes, "Yep, he's there all right. I gotta stop.
You gotta say hi or something. And figure out where he is exactly.
Yes, the Shadowfell is large.
Okay. She's okay, then in that case, she's gonna focus, kind of try to, I guess, brace herself against the pain and drive her way, try to locate him or communicate with him in some way to try and figure out what's going on, like where he is.
All right. So you're going to get something no matter what. Can
Yeah.
you please roll me a intellect check? If you can achieve a level 5, you get everything. Anything below that, you get something no matter what, because you've succeeded the first check. This is just how much.
Okay.
Can
I'm gonna
can I help her out by using Dream Thief, which says you steal
Yes.
a dream from a living creature within short range, they lose 2 points of intellect, and you learn something the GM chooses to reveal about that creature. Basically put my hands on her head and go, "Oh, let's get right in there."
Yeah. So my understanding of this is you're basically trying to pump this up with some dream magic, making sort of like an
Yeah.
in-between for both of them to communicate in.
Yeah.
Sort of a purgatory or
Yeah.
or limbo. Yes, then yes, I would allow that.
Do I take intellect damage from that?
No, I'm not stealing your thought. I'm trying to
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say we could, but I was intending to steal like his thought. Like to force him into the dream.
Okay.
Lorraine's
Unfortunately,
taking
she is the
2 points of
vessel
damage.
you're doing it through, so she has to
It
take
is-
the damage.
2 intellect damage. If you...
Okay, then in that case, I could not put a level of effort into that roll.
I'm going to
You
assume you
still
take the damage
succeeded.
after you
But
do
you'd be
this,
okay.
though.
You still succeed just
Yeah,
enough,
you would
Lauren.
still
Yeah.
succeed.
In true Lauren fashion.
Exactly the right amount to succeed on a level
Okay.
3 check.
Guess
Right.
who's impaired?
However, because you got a level 5, you can have a full-on conversation. No interference. You have basically a fair phone call.
Okay.
And he's going to look up.
Hello?
My lady?
Oh, gosh.
What is this?
You tell me. Oh, you mean this place. Oh.
He's
Simon's
bowing.
Dream Lounge. Simon's Dream Lounge. Welcome. You can tip your server.
And he's going to look around. Lily.
Simon.
Lily.
Where is my Lily?
And he looks deeply, deeply worried. And I just had them. They were right here. I was in the Shadowfell, and
You're dreaming. You're dreaming. It's okay.
dreaming.
You're dreaming.
Right. We sought sanctuary. We can't. I'm trying to get Lily home to the material plane, but everywhere the gates of hospitality have closed. They've sealed entirely. There's I couldn't get through to your sister. I couldn't get through any of the mists. So I asked for help on the fringes, and the Raven Queen has answered.
I don't
We
know
can't
why,
leave.
but I don't like that name.
You can hear a long exhalation from Simon. No words.
Something was stolen from her realm, and the one who stole it is trying to steal something from yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
The horn.
succeeding.
It's the horn, isn't it?
It's the...
Yes.
Sorry.
How do you know of this?
This old student of mine running his mouth.
When you get here,
Damn good question. Can we get it in a dream? If I can get everyone in the same dream.
I could speak to the Raven Queen. Perhaps she could assist something. Dreams touch this realm all the time. If you could get here, you could protect Lily. We could gather forth. We could actually do something. We could. And he's going to turn to Lady Tremaine.
Yes,
lady.
we really would like to do something.
Lily is key that is being sought right now.
I know.
You aren't the only one who views her as a treasure. Do you know anything of dragons?
The same long exhalation from Simon.
Tremaine looks at Lorraine and goes, "We've been hearing about this one named Halifax."
Perhaps it's got a brother.
Standing there watching them, Bob just looks over at Scott and goes,
Simon sure is breathing heavily.
I think he has sleep apnea, funny enough.
I mean, he is an older gentleman.
A little overweight. It's relax. Sorry.
Really?
Yes.
New information. New information. Really? Nobody sold me.
What do you know of them? They've caused chaos beyond measure.
Yes.
They've locked the gates. They've consorted with a dark wizard. And now they're seeking Lily. And they're draining everything from the realm.
So okay, just we're gonna come over there, but is the problem the wizard or the dragon or both?
Both.
Oh, great.
It's fine.
He's going to pull a feather from the side. This is a token that's been giving me safe passage. I'm safe where I am. Maybe this will help you get here. It wasn't easy to cross into the realm. I had to use a lot of cunning. And I almost lost
Yeah,
her
it
a couple
hurt
times.
trying to contact you.
It's horribly uncomfortable here. I would very much like to go home. My lady,
That
it's good to
mushroom
see
misses
you. And he's going to hand over the feather.
She'll take it. And she'll say, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then everything can go back to the way that it was. Ever changing, ever moving, power flowing where it needs to flow.
Right now, power is flowing from here and out of the realm as well. You know where
The
these
dragon-
currents go?
The dragon got a raw deal. He got screwed over where he lived by a black dragon and a bunch of, if I remember correctly, a bunch of wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got screwed over by a black dragon and a bunch of wizards. So he doesn't have his home.
He doesn't have his home. You need to get here right now. And immediately the dream stops. He's gone, and you get the impression that, something has gone horribly awry.
Is the feather still in my hand?
It sure is.
That's dream magic.
It's incredible.
Your dream
Got a
magic
whole-
has produced a feather for her. Interesting. Hope you didn't expend too much energy doing such a thing.
Just a
Bob,
big stool lady.
sometimes, Bob, you just gotta. Do you ever believe in anything, Bob? That things might work out.
I believe in a great deal of things. Usually, they're a bit more material than this. This place is far outside my comfortability zone.
Oh,
Pull
we're
a
going
feather
somewhere
out
you'd
of
be
another
much
reality.
More comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes, as much as I'd like to say that the Shadowfell will be closer to home, it's not, literally. I would like to say that it would potentially make more sense than this place, at least to me. However, before we move on, I should remind you all, you have a prescription.
Oh,
Yes, you
could
do.
be. It would be uncouth of me not to fill it before we continue our adventure.
Simon's
Oh,
like, yeah, I don't feel like we would get out of here without some sort of weird penalty for not following through on a thing we're supposed to do from a fae.
where were you told to go? To the reflecting pools? Right, Bob?
I believe I needed to speak to a nymph who is supposed to direct me on how I could release my sense of uselessness and something like that. I don't know.
Scott
does
looks
the
back towards Crystal Lady?
Yeah. It's been here the
Yeah.
whole time.
does the note that he received, his prescription, quote unquote, have details as to who he's supposed to talk to here?
You are supposed to go to the Office of Lost and Found of Purpose.
Let's see. The Office of Lost and Found of Purpose. I could dream if Lady Tremaine knew where that was.
I'm sensing a little bit more sarcasm out of you lately, Bob, and I don't know if I like it. It's 100% teacher voice. Like
He's testing.
Bob, are you a
Um,
7th son?
No, I'm a 12th son.
Oh,
Sorry.
Only
Goblins,
child.
they breed a lot. There's many children in goblin families.
are you going to give the note to the reflective nymph nearby?
Sure. Yeah, he'll do that.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
I have this note. Could you please direct me to where I need go to fulfill this request?
That would be closer to the edges of the realm. It's along the border with all of the douanier and all of the border patrols. It is the place where we have emotional baggage that can be unloaded, loaded in a safe manner. If you go in that direction, and she's going to give you a stick, and it's like when you're trying to find water in old-timey cartoons.
Dowsing.
That's it. This will lead you where you need to go. Go.
All right, then. Thank you.
You know what I was as Bob turns to leave, Simon falls in behind him and goes, I was really afraid that she was going to give the directions as a series of lefts and rights, and we would never find our way.
This place seems the type to give those kinds of directions. I
No, with the
understand.
repetition where I don't know whether it's an echo or
Oh, yes.
an actual, yeah.
I started to drown it out towards the end there. I thought I was losing my mind for far too long.
So as he holds the dowsing rod out in front of him, does it point him in a direction?
Does. You feel it pulling. It is a little kind of muddied at first. It's kind of going in a series of directions. But as the water clears a little bit out from under you, you get a stronger pull, and it carries through and leads you towards more of the, clearer areas of the mangrove. It's a little bit more in the direction that you came from, but you're heading further north, as north goes in the Feywild anyway.
Sure.
North
Totally
with an E
north.
on the end.
Yeah. You're heading more towards your original destination, which was the Gates of Welcome.
Hospitality. The very
Sorry,
closed
Gates of Hospitality. Yeah.
Yes. Famously sealed, as far as we've heard.
Yes,
Yes.
which Lady Tremaine and Cliff, you would know that is fucked up. That is
Yeah.
Scott doesn't know
That
that.
close.
Cliff knows that.
sorry
Yes.
about
Yes,
that.
Purely lots of information.
Turns out this is how we find out Cliff was a Fae the whole time.
The whole time. So much like Lady Tremaine is a realm of potential, the Gates of Hospitality, their energy source is hospitality. It's offering people service. It's offering, yeah, I know, big shock. It's awfully hard to be hospitable with the gates locked. It's very
Yeah.
difficult
For
to
sure.
guide people. It's very difficult to have their raison d'être. To
Reason for being in French.
oh, fucking hell, sorry.
Thanks.
That's yep.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Just keep going. We have a translator. It's fine.
Sorry, it's a word I use at work a lot. It's your reason of being, your purpose. It's not happening, and you would get the impression that if this is where the currents are flowing, and that does seem to be the case as far as you can tell, this is like inflating a balloon. Eventually, it's gonna pop.
Like a big pimple pus of despair and sadness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or a dam
That's all
that could
that it
break. That's somewhat less disgusting.
Or a non-disgusting biological thing.
Well, a
you know?
disgusting
And on
biological
that note,
metaphor
we're gonna take a
conveys
10-minute
horror.
break so I can throw up. Well done on figuring out the shadow fell. That was cool.
Be back in 10.
How's it going?
Loving it. Really in the groove now. Get to go dump Bob's trauma, and then into the darkness.
Into the darkness. Lady Tremaine is the realm of potential where things all begin. Into the realm where everything kind of comes to an ending.
Of course, you had to bring the Raven Queen into this. It's just gonna be so awesome.
I love the Raven Queen. I think she's dope as fuck. I don't know. She seemed appropriate to me in terms of if realms were going to be under siege.
Man, I don't think there's an inappropriate time to introduce the Raven Queen, as far as I'm concerned.
I know, she's so fucking cool. I love the Raven Queen. Now, to be fair, I'm not following the D&D lore of the Raven Queen. I just think as a concept, she's really cool. Oh, that was your ghost character. Damn it.
Marcus?
Marcus. Yeah, that was Marcus. I forgot that was Marcus's patron.
Yep.
As soon as you came to me with Marcus's character, I'm like, ooh, I got an idea. I had some stuff that I thought, wait a minute. I had some stuff that I thought might come to pass if you're stuck in the mud for too long. Yeah. Yeah. But then you got really creative, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I've had that flash fungus sitting in my inventory since Metamorphosis Lady. I'm like, when am I ever gonna need a flashbang? And then you gave me Mirror Crystal Lady, and I'm like, all right. Here we go.
Yeah, that was not meant to be as powerful an item as it ended up being, but I'm like, you know what? If he's using it the way he's saying, that would multiply itself, and I like science too much to deny that. So I'm just like, yes, okay.
And then I rolled 2 high numbers.
Yeah, and I'm just like, shit, man, okay.
Well, fuck.
All right, you got the death cap of mushrooms, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Just had a thought for a nasty combo
Ooh.
in D&D. There's a
Combo is that?
guardian. So there's the armorer artificer. The guardian has the guardian version of the armor. Whenever you hit an enemy, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of its next turn. So it's like a, hey, only target me. But if you mix that with Blade Song Wizard, you go into Blade Song.
Yeah.
And Armorer can buff their own AC a bunch. And you get fucking AC 25 or something ridiculous on a Wizard Artificer combo. Plotting. Planning.
Plotting and planning.
Indeed.
Planning and plotting.
Simon produces a handful of Swedish berries and a couple of chocolate cookies out of his bag, from which you all may partake.
Oh, good, thanks. Problem is that I can't actually partake of them,
Oh, no.
and so I am sad.
Berries from Sweden.
I will instead have this stray milk dud.
They're little miniature Swedish berries because they're Halloween size. So, they don't want to put 2 in each package, so they make them smaller, so there's actually a handful.
Are those like little berry versions of Swedish fish?
Yeah, pretty much.
Different flavor. Same idea, but different flavor. I can't believe you don't have these in the States.
Yeah, they don't have Maynards in the States. They don't have fuzzy peaches. They don't have any of that stuff.
Fuzzy peaches? That sounds like a
They're so
peach
good.
gone
Okay.
bad.
When I lived international, that was one of the things that I would ask my parents to spend an obscene amount of money on. Like, if they were going to send me a package, that's what I wanted. I wanted Triscuits and I wanted fuzzy peaches.
Those are peaches.
Triscuits are fire. I love Triscuits.
Triscuits are amazing. And the other thing I wanted was cheesies. Not Cheetos. They're Hawkins cheesies. There's something specific to Canada. There's, they've got like a factory in like, I don't know if it's Ontario or Quebec. It's out there. But they're so crunchy. Now they're like painfully salty. I don't know. They changed something about the recipe, or I got old and my taste buds changed. I think it's the recipe because everybody I talk to seems to think they're saltier. But the crunch of them is so satisfying.
So Cheetos Cheez-Its used to be the crunchy ones, and then there was Cheetos Puffs. They used to have, I don't know if they still have Cheetos Cheez-Its, but I remember the extra.
They still have the crunchy version of Cheetos, yes.
Yeah, they're just called crunchy Cheetos here.
Yeah, but those are not the same as the Hawkins cheesies. The Hawkins cheesies are like, they're harder, like they're crunchier.
Yes, fuzzy peaches are like sour sugar over a peach. Not super sour.
So it's like
just
a peach
sour
flavored
enough.
Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah. You know the flavor of a peach ring?
Yeah.
It's like that in Sour Patch texture.
Interesting.
The Swedish berries are chewier than a Swedish fish.
Wow, that's wild. That is
With the same
That's
flavor
true,
as
actually, yeah.
Same flavor as a Swedish fish?
As a red Swedish fish. The Swedish fish are multicolored, right?
Okay,
Right.
I need your addresses so I
Typical
can mail
Swedish
you
fish is
these
red, but they do have
fun-sized
multicolored.
versions of each one. Because I actually could put those in the mail.
Well, post-Halloween,
So
you should be able to find the cheap version among all that Halloween candy you just...
That's what I bought. I bought a bunch of Maynards because they were $10 for a box of 115 mini things, which are perfect for
It's the same box
doing...
I bought for Halloween, actually.
Yeah, they had them for $10 instead of 30, and so I bought all of them. So I spent like $200 on candy today, and it's awesome. And so it's going to go into the staff room,
Now
and people are once again going to be
for the remainder of the year.
That's the idea. No, I do this once a year. After Halloween, I go buy a shit ton of candy, and I am stocked until next Halloween.
There you go. I have just tonight emptied the Pumpkin King of the last remaining candy that we had
He
left.
looks happy about it.
I
Yeah,
have
he's
not eaten a single piece of packaged candy this Halloween.
really.
Yeah,
that's kind of
Oh,
wild.
I don't like that. That's
Against the
Boo.
law, I think, actually. Yeah.
Government shutdown.
Damn.
I've got my last 2 paychecks. We'll see if I get number 3 because it's going that long.
Oh, I am happy. I am sad for the teachers in Alberta because fuck, that situation is awful. But the BC government, I think, maybe doesn't want to do that because we just got a preview as to the offer, and yeah, it looks like something not worth striking over. Fingers crossed.
That's good.
Fingers crossed. I don't want to go on strike.
Can't imagine that would be a very fun time.
Oh, no, the last time they did it here, the teachers were dragged through the mud. It was awful. And they were on strike for like 2 months.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, I guess
why they
it's
would drag
technically
through the
longer
mud,
because
but
it was like it was like a month and a half before summer and a month and a half after summer, and then there was summer in between. That's a long fucking time not to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they leaned on the media and made teachers look like one of the headlines was that teachers were striking to get unlimited free massage.
Yeah,
Which-
definitely what the teachers want.
As somebody who gets prescribed massage therapy by my doctor, I can tell you I do not have unlimited even with a prescription. So, bullshit.
People
doesn't
still
look
get
like an
angry at the
Oreo.
postal workers. No,
We
it's
know.
a dare fudge cookie. There's a little dot of icing in the middle, and then
You know one thing we need in Canada? Girl Scout cookies. I had some of those the other day. Oh my god, those things are amazing.
Which kinds did you
Which
get?
variety did you have?
Yeah.
I had Thin Mints and Samoa
That'll do
and
it. Yep.
Yep, you had the
I
good
don't-
ones.
That'll do it. You can stop there, honestly. The only ones that are only okay worth mentioning after that are just the generic shortbread cookies. I don't remember
No, it
what they're
wasn't
called.
shortbread.
But
Yeah, the
those are
Samoas
the
and
only
the Thin
three that I
Mints are
like.
where it's fucking at.
Yeah,
I like the
Yeah.
tagalongs.
Tagalongs are good too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's a tagalong?
It's peanut butter and chocolate.
Okay, I think it was that one. The one that I
Yeah.
had definitely had peanut butter in it.
Yeah, it's
So I don't know if there's
probably a
multiple. I don't know if there's multiple types that have peanut butter in it, but it was good.
They're
And
good when you
I
freeze
was, yeah.
I used
I'm
to
sad
freeze,
we don't have them here.
My mom would make
Do you not
giant
have
oatmeal
like
cookies,
Girl Scouts?
and I used to
in
freeze
Canada?
those. God, they were so
Ooh.
good. We have Girl
I
Guides, different
We
organizations.
have Girl
in Canada.
Guides, but their cookies used to be really good when Mr. Christie made them, but then they didn't want to. Mr. Christie wanted more money, and the Girl Guides are like, we can't afford that, and so then they switched to a different company called Dare, and now the cookies are meh.
This is
So-
a Dare cookie. It's just fine, but the choice of how they make them for the Girl Guides is less great. They basically just have chocolate, vanilla, and mint.
They have mint. Now, the mint cookies used to be amazing. Now they're okay. I still have a bunch of them. I got guilted into buying a bunch from a student, so I just keep them in there. And I gave a bunch of them to the students last week when I was teaching them about geology. I used Oreo cookies and Girl Guide mint cookies, and now everybody remembers what the Anthropocene
tectonics.
is and how tectonic plates work. I'm very proud of myself.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, teachers for the win.
Speaking of teachers,
Mm-hmm.
Simon is a teacher. And he's
Yeah,
in this
he's gonna help.
campaign.
That
Flawless
segue
segue.
was immaculate.
You know what? You know
The
what?
best segue.
Oh, I killed my students the other day. I did a Trump impression while teaching in French, and they're like, "Oh my god, can Trump speak French?" I'm like, "No, no, no."
He
no.
absolutely
You can barely
cannot.
speak English. You think, kids?
He is
What I was
fluent
going
in
to say though is
Oompa Loompa.
teachers are very good at helping people unpack emotional
That's a good
baggage.
one.
I did that this afternoon, and we're going to see how Simon does tonight.
Oh, pressure.
Okay.
Oh, pressure.
No pressure at all.
Lots of pressure. Guys are pressure.
Alrighty. So we're headed
Okay.
towards the edge of things to go fill
stick.
Bob's prescription.
Indeed.
As we're walking, Scott's gonna look down at Bob. Hey Bob,
What?
can you please not have your inner demons manifest and attack us? Because I could really use a nap.
Could use 10 minutes.
I would love to say absolutely, my boy, but I don't know. I don't know how any of this shit works.
That's probably
So
fair.
maybe not. Perhaps it will be a completely different thing. I honestly don't know exactly how this is going to go. I don't even quite know what I'm supposed to do yet. I was kind of hoping I'd figure it out when I got there.
Yeah.
I'm sure
was
you'll
like,
have no
I don't-
problem, though. You're quite skilled with the bow.
Thanks. So, don't think there were any strings attached to that compliment. Holy shit.
Just because I'm generally an arse doesn't mean that I can't pay a compliment every once in a while.
Aw, character growth.
You can tell if there's strings attached here because literally they show up.
That's why I was looking around.
You might not believe it, young man, but where I come from, compliments are passed around as currency. Compliment the right person, you can get a lot of places very quickly.
Simon looks clueless.
Lady Tremaine nods just sagely, like she understands that this can be a currency.
I mean, Simon wouldn't know currency if it bit him in the rear end. So.
He wouldn't know the purpose of a compliment either.
All right. As you guys progress through the mangrove mists, the air thickens with the smell of ink and wet parchment once more. Between the mangrove roots stand neat shelves of luggage. Leather, brass, and faded canvas. They hum faintly, each with a tag etched in elegantly of fake calligraphy. Regret, loyalty, self-doubt, expectation, duty, mother-in-law's guilt. A painted sign swings above the clearing, its letters curling into themselves like vines. The lost and found of purpose, declutter your soul today. Behind a driftwood counter sits a small fey clerk with wings like filing folders. A tiny abacus clatters in its miniature hands. It looks up at you as you approach and says with a lovely cheery sense, "Welcome, traveler. Here to lighten your existential load. We accept drop-offs in any emotional category. Management, the gate of hospitality pays quite handsomely for well-preserved sentiments. And we are one for recycling here. We're finding that things are different and we're trying to adapt to the new ways. Will you be unloading any emotional baggage today?"
Yes.
He hands over the note that Tentaculus gave him to this person.
Oh, this seems like it is going to be oversized luggage, yes?
I'd rather get rid of all of it if that's possible. I don't need to take it where I'm going.
Oversized emotions for an undersized.
And he's going to think, and they're going to think about it for a minute. This is going to take some time. Perhaps we could offer you a room in the inn. Packing up these emotions is something that needs to be done with care and organization. We don't really want our luggage overloaded, as it does tend to cause some problems in the transition phase of things.
Yes, I suppose that is fine. Scott, I believe you'll be getting your nap.
I do love a good nap.
Follow me. And they come behind the desk. They've got a nice little sort of bellhop outfit on, and they've got what looks to be a large tower of kind of really old-fashioned oh my god, what's the word in English?
Steamer trucks.
Thank you. Yes, those. They've got a bunch of those that are, being pulled on a dolly. It looks to be about 3 times the size of the creature that is pulling them. And Bob, they don't look to be much bigger than you. The emotional baggage that you seem to be unpacking looks to be quite large in terms of what they expect based on the note that you gave them. So as they're wheeling, here you're going to be able to stay the night. It is important to be well rested before packing up your emotional baggage. You want to make sure not to blend colors in poor fashions. The red of rage goes really poorly with the blues. We find that they tend to run, and it causes some inconvenience in the long run. So, if you wouldn't mind being extra careful with this, you want to have them tagged appropriately. Otherwise, we find that, they might get lost in transition, and that could cause all kinds of problems. More paperwork, and, well, we're just barely figuring out how to do that now.
I assure you, I know how to color coordinate and keep my whites from my blacks and other colors and all of that things that you're saying. I know how to do all of them. It's fine. My reds, my blues, it'll all be organized correctly. I promise. Labeled down to the T. There's nothing else you need to worry about.
Okay. And they're going to reach up for a little knob. They pull it open. This looks like somebody saw a picture of a Holiday Inn, but didn't quite know what they were supposed to make it with.
Sorry, that just immediately reminded me of the LaCroix conversation. It looks like somebody saw a picture of an orange is a LaCroix flavor.
Someone said the word orange over the
hint of lime. A hint of hotel.
A hint of hotel, yeah.
Just a smattering of a combination here. Hardly anything you'd notice.
So there's a bed that is grown out of the floor itself. It's a tree and vines, but it's got a very plain patterned duvet over top. It's still got that strange stale smell when you get in, like the carpet has been there since the 1970s. But as you walk across it, it starts to grow, and you really feel that shag turn into something almost like flora-like. It's like somebody looked at carpet and said, "Oh, I know what that is," and then tried to grow some. There is what looks to be like an old TV, but it's just a giant mirror, and you get some bad vibes off that. You probably don't want to touch that thing. You don't know where that thing goes. And you go further in and you see a water closet. There's just like a full-on little waterfall in there. Yeah, that's what a shower is. That makes sense. And you have 2 queen-size beds and there's like a little pot with something dark in it, and little packets and some little cups. It's not coffee, but there's something there.
And
call it a water closet?
It's a British term.
Huh.
The WC.
Yeah, WC.
Bob's going to sniff the pot as they walk in. He's just going to give it a quick whiff. Does it smell like anything vaguely familiar to something consumable?
Can you please give me a level 2 mic check?
Can I try? Yes. Can I succeed? We'll find out. That's a no.
No.
All right. So this is potent impatience. This is basically the sensation of waiting for your mistress or waiting for an airplane. It's that uncomfortable, I don't want to be here, but I don't have anywhere else to go. And any sort of check you'd make in the next 24 hours to do with patience is going to be hindered.
Cool. All right.
Bob sits down on Simon sits down on whatever passes for a bench or a chair or whatever off to the side, and does the thing he's been waiting to do for a very long time, which is take off his boot, which is completely saturated with mud all the way through. And he shakes them out both onto the ground, and he's like, there was a time when I would have looked at this room and I would have rejected it as horrible and completely inappropriate. And right now, I'm thinking I could get a decent 8 hours on that mattress and not think about it twice. It's been a long day.
The bellhop is going to look at Lady Tremaine. Are you going to need a car?
Well, do you just have maybe a mat I could use on the floor.
We'll get right on that.
I broke the last bed I sat on, so
Oh dear. Well, there. We don't really collect a deposit because you had a voucher for a free night. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to go talk to the manager. And yeah, they scuttle off.
it wasn't your bed.
Every time she
Okay.
says, "Oh dear," just one gallops
Yeah.
behind her. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Bob, after the bellhop leaves, Bob very unconsciously, without even really thinking about it, goes and collects Simon's muddy boots and sits
No.
down on another bench and starts cleaning them off with a handkerchief
No.
he pulls out of his vest.
Bob, I've got
What?
magic for that, Bob, and I'm not your anything. I'm just Simon, and you're Bob. Please give me my boots back and my socks, which you have inadvertent. That one of them is stuck in one of the boots. I need to get it back.
My bad.
He comes and he sets them down in front of you.
Sorry, force of habit. Yes, I apologize for pilfering your boots.
No hard feelings. And Simon's like, this sock comes out of the boot, and he hedge magics it into a dry sock and very carefully drapes it over his shoulder. He's like, and now to do the other one.
This year.
Yeah, Simon is just like he's got one focus, which is my feet need to be dry and I need to go to bed.
All right.
So,
yeah.
like above table,
Mhm.
0 intellect pool. From Tremaine. But she's gonna look at Bob with her featureless face and say, "May I take your coat?"
Um, uh,
You see he's like his eyes twitching and his ear kind of twitches a little bit with it, and he shuffles his feet and a little uncomfortably, and his hands kind of start fiddling with each other like he's kind of nervously scratching at his own nails.
where will you take it?
Just gonna put it on that hook over there. It's been a long day.
Well, I suppose you would save me the trip of having to do it myself. That would be very fair. The hook seems to be quite a bit taller than I am. So, yes, thank you. That would be quite kind of you.
And he kind of slowly pulls off his outer coat, very still like twitching a little bit, and he like kind of starts passing it up to her, pulling it back a little bit a couple times, and then like shakily his hand like holds it up for her.
It's not going
As
to bite.
As she starts to take it, he like winces a little bit, like he's expecting some kind of pain from this.
She just very slowly takes the coat, lumbers over to the hook, and we'll put the coat on the hook, and then she'll turn back and just say, "Can't do much right now, but I can do that."
Right. Well,
This is where you say thank you, Bob. You say thank you, right?
but yes, my manners. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Lady Tremaine.
Thank you, Bob
you-
the Goblin.
Boblovich Krupstilt is what you may call me. That's the full name. But, yes. If you'll all excuse me.
And he turns and he walks over to one of the beds and fully scampers underneath it.
Aww. she's gonna look. Tremaine is gonna look at Simon. She goes, "No, I'm not all right in my head right now.
Uh-huh. Join the club.
I would be frightened to see you correct in the head.
But I don't think you're supposed to sleep under the bed. No?
No, not in my general habit. No, not at all. I will be back in 5.
I think our friend is feeling a little conflicted. Sometimes being in a warm, dark, enclosed space makes one feel safe.
That is very interesting. Do you have experience with that, Scott? You speak as if you know.
I mean, you're immortal, right?
Yes.
You didn't have a mom or dad.
No. No.
You ever felt scared?
Yes. It's a recent experience, actually. I don't like it.
Scott's gonna close the distance between the two of them, looking up at this golem. Well, you know how when you're scared, right? You feel, at least it's the way it feels for me, like your world's shaking, right? Like you're not grounded. There's someone who is stronger and more grounded than you are, braces you, helps to quell some of that, and Scott will wrap his arms around the torso section of Lady Tremaine,
Oh.
like that.
Oh. No one did that for me when I was scared. There isn't really anyone more powerful than me in my realm. This is nice, Scott. And she'll kind of just pat his head.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Yeah,
Lady
very
Tremaine.
nice.
Yes.
It occurs to you that when you drop your treasures off into the mortal world, they're losing their big, safe guardian.
Oh.
And you've never considered that before.
Well, now I'm just sad.
Scott nods.
I didn't. Is Simon. What is Simon doing?
Simon has lied back on the bed. You suspect he has not actually fallen asleep yet, since he's not snoring or anything. But he certainly doesn't have anything else on the agenda today.
Okay, yeah. She's going to continue to acknowledge the warm embrace that Scott is currently giving her, but she is going to call out to Simon. She's like, I did not like how the dragon and your former student considered Lily their treasure.
Because you empathized with, because you were jealous, or because you empathized for a moment with the perspective of someone who was being viewed as an object to be moved around.
The second one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think although there is an experience that has value for your treasures, I can imagine that the uh, start of the process is quite disorienting. I mean, students who showed up at my tower were generally at least briefed on the idea of wizards and seventh children. Although that wasn't explained 100% to a lot of them, and when you're 8, it doesn't really get absorbed. But I would say a good part of the first 6 months or so was convincing them that I wasn't going to cause a problem, that in fact I was there to help them.
That would explain why many of them think it's a dream.
We do often run into dreams as a coping mechanism, us mortals, when reality is uncomfortable.
What a fascinating creatures you are. She pats Scott on the head again.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Thank you for the safety you have provided me. That's a very heroic thing for you to do.
That kind of furrows his brow. Steps away. It is?
Well, yes. I'm thinking of it in terms of my children. They don't know what the world is in this context. They're much like you. 3, 4, if you include Flo, but she was already a child, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, I am the only thing that connects them to this world, that teaches them about not just their potential, but how things work in the Feywild, you know? Don't talk to that one tree. It likes to play tricks, and you might end up in a portal going somewhere you don't want to go. Don't
It's a
sniff that
birch.
one flower.
Tell it it's a birch, by the way. That it is.
Exactly.
Well,
Yes, you get it. Anyways.
Fuck you, Cliff. Carrie is gonna make an appearance and blow your ass up. Continue.
Anyways. But I want to keep them safe. Because I think that they need to be safe in order to reach their potential. But then they kind of get thrown back into the material realm after they're done with me. They don't have that protection anymore. And you hear about it often too in stories of knights and kings and weird trolls under bridges. There's a hero in every story. There's safety in every story.
Just as a point of order, Scott. They don't become heroes when they punch someone in the face.
No, that's not the point. But the point is to do something hard. And showing kindness like that is not hard.
It is for some people. We should ask Ebenstar when we meet him.
Ask
It's
him if he wants a hug.
Yes, that will go over well.
From underneath the bed.
Ask him if he would ever be kind. Would he ever offer a hug to someone who needed it?
Not the one I knew, no. He was afraid to be vulnerable. Burned him too many times.
Scott kind of rubs his head. Small bruise forming from Lady Tremaine's pants. Yeah, I guess being vulnerable is dangerous. Requires a kind of bravery, yes. Never really thought about it that way.
Scott, as you're thinking about this, you think about all of the stories you heard about knights in shining armor, all of the brave warriors who have defended the realms. You think of all of the dragons that have been fought off. You think of all of the stories of courage and grandiose adventures. And then you think of your father. And he's an important figure in the community. But he mostly does organization. He mostly talks to people. And you've never considered before now if that's what he always wanted to do.
Simon begins to lightly snore, having lost the thread of this conversation in exhaustion.
Yeah, Scott plops down on the couch. Undoes his own boots and socks. Lays them out to dry. Shoots a glance under the bed to make sure Bobovish is not going to sneak out and try to clean his boots.
Bob is underneath the bed, like pushed up against the back wall in like the very corner of where the bed is. And you see he's kind of not fetal position, but he's kind of lumped up in the corner with his arms crossed and his head is just down. He's passed out in the corner as well.
Scott will grunt. Look back over at Lady Tremaine. Good night.
Good night, young hero. And she, knowing that the bed will not hold her, just decides to just lay down on the floor to have her rest. And she'll go. Good night, Simon. Snore in response.
Yeah.
And she'll go. Good night, scared goblin man. Perhaps Simon can teach you bravery in your dreams. And then she passes out.
So, as you are all sleeping, because you are all asleep now, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can you please roll me a d20?
Oh.
All of us?
Yes.
Look at my 10-hour recovery roll. I'm utterly fucked if I don't have it.
All right. We are going to start with Scott and Bob. You guys sleep a nice, dreamless sleep. Very refreshing, very undisturbed. Lady Tremaine, you feel different elements of your realm reaching out to you. You feel the love of your situationship. You feel...
There's that guy again.
There's that guy again.
Fuckface rings greatly true. You feel the concern of your sister. You feel the pull of every other part of the realm that leans on potential for growth and stability. And you feel Lily further away, reaching out. Scared, confused, and trying to find the thing that makes them feel safest in the world. What do you do?
I think she's gonna go try and find him. And she's gonna hug him. Like Scott hugged her.
What would you do? What would Lady Tremaine do, rather, to assure Lily that this dream is a good one?
I think she would show Lily's favorite thing in the world. And tell him that while this may go away, your love for it will not. And if you find happiness in this, you can find happiness in anything.
What form do you show Lily in this dream? What comfort do you offer a child?
I think the only form she can, which is a stone golem who stands in front of it, acting as a protector. In whatever way she can. And she'll tell her to mind Lorraine. Or she'll tell him to mind Lorraine.
Lily comes out, sees the big, strong, walking stone fortress that radiates with the love and happiness and energy that they have come to know as theirs. And they stumble up, lilies all through their long hair, and they give you a hug. Right around your little leg.
Mm-hmm.
And you pick them up, and they sort of nuzzle into your chest. Very small, but feeling utterly safe in your stone embrace. And you sit in this field of sunshine and calm, little oasis in between realms. And you may add 1 point to one pool.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Permanently?
Hell yeah.
Simon.
What a wonderful thing. Oh, can I
Yeah, go for
say
it.
something to Lily?
Go for it.
She's going to wrap her, she's going to hold Lily as in a protective embrace and say, Lily, you will see great sadness in the world. I never told you that. That's why I brought you here. You will see great sadness. So I want you to remember that there are good, that there's happiness, there's love and light. Because if you forget all that, you're just going to be a very sad person. And you won't have anyone to blame but yourself. She says she's trying. She's trying.
Lily says one little thing to you before you both sort of fade into the blissful embrace of sleep. They put their little hands on your very large face.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be sad. I'm gonna be very brave. Just like a hero.
Yes, you
And they
will.
fall asleep.
Yeah.
Simon,
Yo.
your dreams are somewhat less pleasant.
Oh,
Oh,
I can imagine.
bummer.
Big shot.
Rip.
R.I.P. to Simon's dreams.
Bozo.
You find yourself in a somewhat familiar, not library, but more like filing room. It feels a little off, though. It feels like something electric isn't quite connected, like the fluorescents are buzzing. You can feel it all around you. And it's almost tangible. It's not quite electricity, but you can almost feel it thick in the air. As you look around, you find inkwells that have spilled, you find ledgers that make no sense, and you find the distinctive toad that looks unfortunately familiar. As you go to examine it further, a familiar face comes out from behind one of the shelves. Simon. Heaven's spell, the cloaked, stands before you.
Gone through
Years
a
have
lot
not
of
been
trouble.
kind to him. He looks focused, and that crackling sense of energy infuses every molecule of his being.
You've gone through a lot of trouble.
Things take great effort. What are you doing here?
I'm worried about you.
Why?
Because I always wanted you to be happy.
I'm going to be. You know what I'm doing?
You're taking. My boy, you are taking.
You can't build from nothing. I need tools. And you own the finest tools there are.
In our 7 years together, what did I take from you?
Hmm. Thing that I wasn't able to make up for, I suppose.
Nothing
You
at
were good
all.
to me.
I did not take things from you. I offered you things.
And I want to do the same. I'm going to make a place where there are possibilities that are unlimited. I'm going to make a place where there's magic and possibilities around every corner. Isn't that what you said would make the world a better place?
I wish I had the words, the right ones, the right ideas. Simon, 20 odd years ago, didn't. Different guy. Thinner. Less gray in the beard.
Marches forward for all of us. Makes us wiser.
Ironically, I'm hanging out with someone that's not necessarily true.
Kind of looks. What?
Immortality is a weird thing.
Can't say as I've ever had a desire for that. One lifetime is enough. More than enough.
And yet you feel like you're responsible for changing the whole world.
My lifetime might have been one of disappointment, but that doesn't mean it has to be like that for everybody.
What if someone could show you all of the other things that your life might have been? Teach you things I couldn't teach you.
You think I'm needing to be a student again? Old man, I could take you down right now.
You seem to think that I'm not a student anymore because I'm the old man? Every
And
single one
who-
of my students has taught me a great deal.
On that, I can definitely say I agree. I've got a student of my own these days. A little more unusual than yours, perhaps. Not an immortal, but definitely in the realm. They deserve better than they got. And I'm going to ensure that they're not harmed by selfish people again.
You trust your dragon, friend.
I do.
Why?
They've been. Because when they had nothing, they still tried to do what was right. When they had nothing, they still stayed by my side. When they lost what was most important to them, they still didn't stray from what they needed to do, no matter how unpleasant the task. They will be a better ruler. They will make a better world, and I'm going to make this possible for them. There are debts that need to be paid, and I'm going to collect the interest and do something with it.
I don't think we covered enough math for you to understand the things that you are dabbling in and how dangerous they are for you.
You always underestimated me. I know how to deal with
No,
dangerous things.
I have never once underestimated you. Oh,
What makes you think I don't know what I'm doing?
because no one has ever done it before.
Right things have to start somewhere.
I agree, but there's nothing great about this.
What do you know about it? You live in a little tower, eating sandwiches from a little bag, with your little books. You had so much potential you could have offered the world. And instead you sat with a child for generations. You could have stopped poverty. You could have stopped evil. You could have brought so much wealth and goodness and wisdom to the world. And instead, you hung out with teenagers and children. You abandoned your possibilities and potential. You ignored what you owed to the world, but I will not do this. I learned from your mistakes.
You seem to think that you weren't worth sitting around to teach. What an odd position to take. In one breath, you think I've underestimated you, and then the other, I've wasted my time with you. I think you're confused, son. I think you've been confused for a very long time.
I am not a child.
No, you're a very dangerous man who doesn't understand their own potential.
I'm about to bring the greatest potential to life. And I hope you live to see it.
But that's largely up to you.
I
Randy
bear you
Dragon
no
friend.
ill will. What
It
makes
sounds
you
like
think
you're
I'm
quite
out to
upset
get
with
you?
me. I don't. Again, you said it. You would have knocked me down where I stand. And if you were smart, you probably should have already.
You're telling me I should kill you?
Yes. But you won't.
Would I need to do that?
Exactly.
I wish you the best of luck in your small endeavors. But some of your alumni are meeting up for some large projects, and I need to be going. Good luck, old man.
I'd like to say it's been lovely, but it has been mildly informative.
Don't interfere. These are powers beyond what you understand.
Oh, don't worry, I'm retired. He rolls his eyes.
I hope it's comfortable.
Everything
You're one
except
of-
the socks.
If you should find yourself in the splash zone, perhaps is the crude term for it. And he's going to pull out a small little folder. Let me know. As I said, I bear you no ill will. Stay out of my business. But I don't want you hurt by it. You're ignorant, not malicious.
What?
Malicious.
Right.
And the dream will fade. And you hear one last thing as the weight of sleep takes you. And it is the sound of Castor the Unyielding. Don't stop what you're doing.
Dream of it, my dear. Wouldn't dream. Pun intended.
And that is where we will end the session.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, you two.
That was good. That was really good. I liked
Fuck.
that.
So, some XP.
Every spell.
XP for the hug for the giant golem. XP for
Wait, who gets the XP? Scott?
the two people who are involved with the hug.
The hugger
Oh,
and the
okay.
huggy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a hug. It goes both ways.
Yeah, it's a two-person maneuver.
Reciprocal.
Yeah. XP to Bob for being able to give up his shirt, his
His jacket.
coat.
To a fae, no less.
Yes.
To a fae.
XP to Lady Tremaine for giving comfort to one in a situation she will never fully understand.
Yeah.
And an XP to Simon for talking with old students.
Woo.
Yay!
Wow.
That was really good. That was
That
a
was
really
really,
good
really
session.
It was so fun for him to be like, you didn't do anything important, and he's like, well, I trained you, didn't I?
I love that. Ugh.
Pick a lane.
I'm sorry, Simon plays to my ego so much as a teacher. It's I know that's not intentional, but damn. Every now and then he
No.
says something, I'm like, oh, fuck, I feel that.
I just can't wait until this dude starts ranting about potential in front of the lady of potential.
That's it.
That'd be awesome.
Oh man.
I love the theme of how much responsibility is on the teacher for teaching the student who does the
Yeah.
terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
such a rich space to explore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Simon has this wonderful combination of not shying away from the responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
but also not being afraid of the student, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
God,
known
that
for a
line-
long time. Yeah, which line?
The line where he's just like, "You should kill me." It's just like,
Yeah.
You want me to kill you? Yes, you should. Oh, that got me. I was like, damn, bro, just putting it out there.
Yeah, I didn't
Again,
describe
though-
it, but that one would have hit him because, like, he really doesn't bear Simon any ill will. Like, he doesn't want his old teacher hurt. He doesn't understand why his teacher is here.
Yeah.
So it's the like, go home, enjoy your retirement, don't
Yeah.
get involved.
Don't mess
Yeah.
around with this stuff, old man.
Yeah,
You don't know what you're dealing with.
yeah.
Neither
It's
do
very,
you.
it's very
my
Anakin and
dude.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
It is a little
Yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan, yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't made that comparison before, but yeah, that's
The
pretty
chosen
apt.
one.
You're the chosen one.
Simon is a lot less angry about the situation than Obi-Wan was.
That's fair. That's
He's more
I mean, to be
disappointed.
fair, you don't think that Eben Spell has murdered any younglings, so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet.
One specific youngling is either going to make out very well or very poorly in this equation. I highly suspect that Ebenspell has been misled by our dragon friend in a large way about the ultimate goal here.
Could be.
Possible.
I mean, if people called you halitosis, you'd be misleading people too.
Honestly, that was the one thing I agreed with Everspell on. That dragon does not deserve the shit he's been through. He's been called Halifax, halitosis, anaphylaxis. Like, bro, I'd destroy the world too.
I do want to make sure it is known, though, like, the fact that they were able to dislodge a dragon from its domain, like, not just push it back further into it, but, like, to remove it entirely, is really bizarre. Like, that's quite the power move. Yeah. That is definitely something where it's like, that shouldn't be able to happen.
We have a few shouldn't be ables, right? We have Flo as a ticking time bomb. We have a dragon in the Feywild who's not supposed to be there. We have
Chekhov's
we have Chekhov's no. Yeah. Hey, at least we know who in theory the bad guys are now. We have names and faces for well, we don't have faces for the dragon, but we have two bad guys.
Yeah.
What session number was this?
6.
Yeah,
6?
6.
Oh my god, I might actually do the 10 that I intended to do. Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, you guys
Thank
are
you,
at the
Lauren,
level that I
for,
wanted you to be at this point, so I'm pretty fucking impressed with myself.
There we go.
Hey.
Because you guys
Thank
are
you,
all
Lauren, for
like
pushing
around
Bob.
level
That
3,
was
right?
awesome.
Yeah.
I hit
Tier 3.
tier 3 at the beginning of this.
Sorry, not level 3, tier 3. Yeah.
I am tier 2 with 3 advancements. But I missed a session, so that makes sense.
Next session, you get to pack up your emotional baggage.
thought that was happening
boy,
this
do
session for
I.
sure.
So
and then we
did
had
I.
dreams.
I tried to get us there. I really did.
Yeah.
I was like, let's not go to the Shadowfell just yet, guys. I have to trauma dump.
I have to trauma dump.
I will say, though, I don't want you trauma dumping before you take a night's rest, though, because it's no fun for me if you're fighting with an empty tank.
Yeah.
God, I have some fun speeches planned from old Bob for the trauma dump, so
Yay!
I'm excited for that.
I love that. I really liked the decision you made, Kevin, of Bob scurrying under a bed because he gave up his jacket.
I loved Scott explaining why he scurried under the bed. I thought that was
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought
great.
so too. That was really
It was really fun to be in the moment, or to be in like the character of Bob, like fully under the bed, hearing Scott explain to Tremaine why he just ran under the bed and is hiding under the bed.
yeah.
Like sitting there, like thinking, like this fucking kid's explaining exactly all of my insecurities right now to this stone lady while I'm sitting under the bed. How do I handle this? You know.
But by the way, it is not Everspell. It is Ebonspell. E-B-O-N.
Did I say Everspell?
No, Lauren
No.
typed it as
Halitosis
Ebonspell.
and Everspear.
Everspell.
Oh,
Eversphere. Yeah.
Everspear.
So
And I'm Rob the Goblin.
E-B-O-N. Black spell.
I'm
Literally the dark wizard.
okay. Oh, Ebony.
E-B-O-N.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you said Eben, which is how you pronounce my last name. So I was like,
Ebon. Ebon spell.
Ebon.
If you Ebon.
Like Ebony without the Y.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because why would you?
why would you?
Yeah.
I liked being able to portray Bob in that kind of vulnerable, fearful state that he really is. Like that's kind of his mask
Yeah.
coming down for the first time since the party's been together, of like behind all of his taunts and, you know, properness, he is still just kind of a scared little goblin man, you know?
Yeah, I loved
I
it.
did enjoy the whole conversation earlier about like that Bob and Scott were like, so we could just shoot him in the face, right? And
Yes!
and Simon and Tremaine are like, but that probably wouldn't be effective. And also, how about we don't?
Bob was so happy for once someone else just suggested we kill somebody. He was so happy for that. He was like, finally, the kid gets it. We just killed the problem and it's fine.
I mean, it's pretty textbook evil villain guy, and that's what you do to the evil villain guy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You shoot him in the face.
Sometimes more than
Good
once.
work.
Sometimes more than
Sometimes
once.
lots of times. Also, congratulations on your first fireball.
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh, did I give you an XP for the fireball?
I don't believe so.
No.
You get an XP for the
No.
fireball. Sorry, I got all excited about that, and then I think I was reading them out and I forgot.
I loved the callback to Simon's
Yeah.
whole deal.
So good.
I love the
Anything
line
you
of,
can walk away
"Away!"
from.
Just makes me think of an anime character going, "Yatta!"
Mhm.
The beach towel v mud monster was so much
So
fun.
good. So funny. I loved during that whole fight, Bob was just standing behind Simon ranting about playing in the mud as a child and how somehow that was going to be relevant to their fight.
And
You said that
mind,
lasts 24 hours, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
That's
all trained in being clean
Yeah,
and staying
that-
clean. Yeah.
That might be
In
important.
my mind, all that
Mhm.
reminded the first part of the speech, all that it was Simon trying to fight this thing, thinking about how disgusting his feet and legs and everything were, like knee deep in the mud. It's like, please stop talking about it. I am a sludge monster below my knees. But okay, you do you.
Also just such a fun moment to role play as Bob, just instinctively picking up a person's shoes to clean them because they're muddy
oh
and
my
on the ground.
God.
And
I
then
loved
Simon being like, no, don't do that. And he was genuinely confused. He's like, oh, I shouldn't. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, it's much easier for me to polish my boots than you to polish my boots. And that cost me nothing. Just a little time.
Yeah. There are some
When-
amenities at this hotel that you haven't had a chance to indulge in because you were all very, very tired, but we'll get into that next session.
I
Yeah.
was too busy whiffing the patience potion.
Yep. The impatience potion.
The
I
impatience
think
potion,
we were
yeah.
we were very much like, hey, we'd love to wander around, but if we run into something while we're wandering
Well,
around,
no. The
we're
idea
all in
was
a bit
that you
of
would go to
trouble.
bed
Yeah.
immediately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't.
cool.
Yeah. No. Literally, like, oh look, there's rest here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't paired.
Missing a
Neon
session
signs
and
around it and everything.
Rest.
Here we are
Save
at the-
resting point.
What does the sign say? Horliday Ann. Well, they've got the spirit.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
close.
When
Is
you
it-
said it looks like somebody took a picture of or looked at a picture of a Holiday Inn, I could not stop thinking of the stupid fucking LaCroix jokes. It just immediately blasted in my head. So
There's going to be
funny.
LaCroix
Next to a
somewhere
truck.
in this hotel now. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Go to
Tastes
the
like
ice
someone
machine. It's just a
once
giant
parked next to a
glacier.
truck full of watermelons.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah,
made the birch
being-
tree comment, that reminded me of that. It's a birch because of the way that it is. I don't know why, but it reminded me of that. I said, birch. That I posted.
That
Yeah.
was an inside joke for Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Oh
I
my
got it.
gosh.
Fucking hell. God damn.
Which campaign was that?
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah,
It's
that
the
was
very
the first one.
climax of the first one, I think.
It was, yeah. So we had this character who was what was it? It was a druid barbarian?
Mhm.
Yeah. And like a bad druid and a bad, it was a terrible combination.
He was really good at getting everyone to hit him. He was like a
Yes.
spirits barbarian and had like control
Right.
druid stuff. So he was like, hey, everyone just hit me so that
Yeah.
everyone else can focus on dealing damage. But he was
Yeah.
terrible at being both a barbarian and a druid.
Yeah.
was attacked.
He did, however, have the best wish out of everybody, which was fun.
That ruined everyone
what
else's
was his
wishes,
wish?
if I remember correctly.
No, that was Malamos.
No,
that
that was
was
a
the
different-
that was a
The NPC.
player character that became an NPC and really fucked around with my character's head. You played him very well on that. But no, at the end of it when the Devil of Desire got her wish, which was a world without inhibitions. That one threw us for a loop. We had everything like super planned out. It was like, yes, this will be what we wish for, and this will be super good for. Yeah, nope, out the window.
Wish for what your character desires most in that moment.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, uh-oh. My character's not a good person exactly.
What was his name?
I can't remember. But that was the thing. It was a line he said. It's like, you could tell it's a birch by the way it is. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's a reference to a different thing. It's like
I
think
know,
it's-
but I am not like privy to that. So it was just, he said nonsense things like that all the time.
Oh man.
So how did the birch thing come up?
I think it was just, one of those classic, D&D situations. Needed to get directions, so the druid asks a plant. And you go into the woods, you start looking at trees, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to you. This one's a birch. You can tell that it's a birch by the way that it is. Okay?
Makes complete sense. I don't know why you're confused.
And this one here is the son of a birch. It's a little smaller. We shouldn't talk to him either.
But the Druid Barbarian's wish was that Malamos didn't die poorly enough, so he wanted him resurrected so he could kill him properly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a goal.
That is certainly a goal.
It's one of the goals of all time.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely one of the goals of all time.
Yeah, Kiri wanted to
Missing
make sure
a,
nobody ever messed with her head ever again in any capacity. Because there was a lot of that in this campaign. Some of it self-inflicted, some of it not so much. I think my favorite
missing a
was...
session and then... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, missing a session and then not being a combat-based character kept me pretty fine. I only had like 5 points missing out of one of my pools when we went to long rest.
Yeah,
Can I
that would have gone differently for you if you'd have been in the last session.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read you a person applying to my D&D games conversation with me?
Mm-hmm.
in order to mock them.
Yes, please.
Xavier, hey, I'm interested in the D&D. I'm very new, though. Spelled THO. I respond, this is from the Roll20 posting. I have a short survey for prospective players. Can I send you a link to the Google Doc? Xavier, you're not going to scam me, right? No punctuation. I said, well, we're off to a good start. What sort of scam would I be running at my D&D game? Xavier, lol, nah, I'm joking. I trust you. You with a letter U. But like clicking rando links.
What? Dude!
YK people could scam. You could send it, though. Again, spelled THO. I said, sure, it's a Google Doc. Please fill it out, change your name on the title to include your name, and share a copy back to me. That was at 10:17 a.m. I have not heard from him since.
Wow.
Fun.
What up?
Yo, bro.
What up? Yeah, yo, you're not going to scam. Well, I mean, I said this to Isabel earlier, and I said, obviously, when you say you're not going to scam me, the scammer has to stop scamming because you've asked the question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you have to tell me if you're police officer.
Just like cops,
bro.
Well, you legally can't scam them then because they've sussed out the possibility of scam.
Like, what kind of answer would you give if you were gonna scam? Like, hey, you're not gonna scam me, right? Oh, dog, no, I was totally gonna scam you. Shit. Oh well, have a nice life.
let's proceed. Let's proceed to phase 2 of the scam now that we've talked about it.
People, man. People.
Oh my god. Oh.
Clicking random
Maybe,
links. Yeah, those dangerous Google Docs links.
Yeah, they're scary.
Google Doc.
They got malware all throughout them.
Kevin, I'm going to send you a message in the next day or two about some things to prep for next session, s'il vous plaît.
Okay. Happily and proudly.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, I just get to riff with Eben's spell. No prep.
No prep. I will be chatting tomorrow morning before our Saturday game with my friend Becca to see how she's feeling about getting back, seeing if she might want to be interested. She said she wanted to chat with me about it instead of just messaging back and forth. So we'll see what she has to say.
I hope you have a chance to chat. I hope that not having to see her own face is helpful. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think I found the origin of the meme.
Oh,
did you?
Lore drop?
The birch
lore drop?
birch lore drop. Just going on the quotes.
Oh.
Neat Sherlock.
Neat Sherlock. It's neat.
How neat is that?
Someone is taking the piss.
Without a doubt, coming out into nature is one of the neatest things there is to do.
I have this
But
exact
you also
BB
have
gun.
To be careful. That's why I always try to pack a gun. It's just a little bit, pack some heat. Now this isn't much of a big boy. I don't want to kill the animal, but I do want to warn it and say, hey, I think you're pretty neat, but I respect your distance. There's bears out here, there's mountain cougars, and biting goats.
Biting goats.
How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
How neat is that?
That's pretty neat. This is going to become a new vocal sim for this week.
Yep.
Wow. Look at this. Aspen. Tell that it's an aspen tree because the way it is.
There it is. Yep.
Outstanding.
Oh, God.
Greg, this needs to be shared in the other server.
Yeah.
Wow. What a beaut.
That might have been the most Canadian moment ever.
Yeah.
Beauty, eh?
You know,
Beauty, eh?
Beauty.
Great day. It'd be wild animal. I always get real excited at the opportunity to maybe see antelope or a fox, or some sort of mountain beast. So what I do sometimes is I'll try to, shake things up a little bit, get the earth moving, call out to them.
I hope he gets mauled by a mountain lion.
Yep.
Come on, girl. Nothing. Dang it.
No kidding.
Come on right now, but I'm not giving up yet.
It just keeps going.
It's gonna get dark. Oh, there's a bird.
Not too often you get all this neatness in one location.
All this
That's all
neatness.
nature.
Oh my
Big scrappy
god.
videos.
Wow.
Oh,
What a
I'm like
wow.
99% sure that this was a vine.
It's too long for a vine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
There-
maybe
there's-
just the
there's-
accident part.
It reminds me of
Yeah.
these baseball videos where this guy he had a character called Domingo Ayala, and he was his slogan was "That's not semi-pro." But he basically did a caricature of a like a Puerto Rican who had no actual skills but was pretending to be like a baseball coach. And he was like, "Here's how you pimp a home run." That was his training. Was one of his big training videos.
Oh my
And
god.
he's like, he goes, "First of all, you gotta drop the bat." And then he's like, "And then you cannot run until you cross this line. You have to walk." Like, it was all the worst behaviors of a baseball batter. Nothing to do with the actual skill of the game.
Oh
It was just like,
god.
yeah.
Ugh.
But the very like not intentionally not self-aware video. That's that same vibe. Pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
You know.
Ain't that neat?
You can tell it's an
Pretty
aspen.
neat.
Because of the way that it
That's the way
is.
that it is. Thank God he narrowed that down for us.
It's pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
All right, y'all.
Get all
I'm gonna
this
go ahead
neatness
and
in one
head and
place.
pop out.
All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for playing tonight.
Bye.
Had a good
Thank you
time.
for running. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
In the
I am
slightly
also